What is up, everybody? We are back in the building. Please give me a 1 to let me know that you can hear me okay. Let me know that you can see me okay and that you are locked in with this stream and everything is all good. Look, guys, we got a call-in show today. So after a few minutes, I'm going to allow people to call in and do something that you never really get to do. You really have to let people, you really have to give people something that they don't have. And if I continue to be involved with the No Jumper Show, I want this to be the platform where you could come in and pretty much say what you want to say about the show. Like, I know y'all got a lot y'all want to say that goes beyond just text, right? Come over here and do it. Yesterday, you guys saw a crazy situation that unfolded with your boy Almighty Dotson, aka Lush's butt boy. And I know people got a lot of opinions on that. And listen, let me just play this real quick because do y'all know this guy just was unceremoniously fired from No Jumper? And there's a lot of speculation as to whether or not this was something that was planned, whether or not this was something that I was hoping for. And I want to tell you whether that's true or not right after this. Let's do it like this. Let's kick it old school. All right, here we go.
I have an announcement. Many of you are probably expecting this. As of today, Almighty Suspect will no longer be a host on No Jumper. For anyone who's living in a hole in the ground, there was a confrontation last night between Brandon, a.k.a. Bucci Bear, a.k.a. Dark Brandon, and Almighty Suspect that resulted in both spit flying and a knife being pulled out. Both of these are infractions that I fear we just cannot tolerate as a business. You know, many times over the past couple of years, I've looked back at the Kelpie incident and I have felt like I was a little too lenient. Like I feel like that incident, even though we managed to skate essentially because we got Kelpie to sign off on us suing us, I think it was extremely lenient of us to not fire Sus at that time. And I'm not going to lie, there's been a couple of times since then, in particular with the whole Jalise thing, where it really, really felt like he was on the border of attacking her. That got a little scary for me and made me feel like, Jesus Christ, maybe this is not okay. But yeah, I just feel like we just can't tolerate that kind of stuff in here. It's just way over the line. I have nothing against him. I told him I have nothing bad to say about him. I'm not going to come on here and trash him. I'm not going to treat him like a sharp or anything like that. But as a business, the liability associated with having somebody on camera who we have like essentially no assurance is not going to fly off the handle like that. It's just too big of a risk, and it's just not the kind of platform that I want to run at this point. I mean, honestly, the loose cannon situation has been a very bad look for the brand. There's definitely been artists who are just straight up like scared to come here to do interviews because of the fact that they've seen that clip and they just feel like violence is just a normal everyday thing here. So that incident from last night, not a good look. And we just have to take sort of decisive action in order to avoid that. Now, was Brandon instigating? I think that's fair to say. But that being said, instigating with words is one thing. And if maybe this had been brought to me afterwards and it had been said like, oh, look at the way that Brandon was talking to him, blah, 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 maybe then it would have been a conversation. But the reality is that Sus is the one who got physical with it. And to me, it's an easy decision. If it had been the spit alone or the knife alone, it would have been an easy decision. It being both of them at the same time, you know, it's an easy decision. Now, I will
All right, so basically, you've just heard there why suspect was fired, right? It doesn't have so much to do with me as it does with him, and he's been repeatedly told about his behavior on No Jumper. His boss has warned him. I'm sure other people on the platform have warned him. I'm sure when he goes home, his girlfriend warns him, "Hey, babe, you up there tripping?" Because you know, my lady warns me. She tells me, "Hey, you need to be like, you talk too much, or you need to let other people get a word in." So the situation with suspect is not really about me as much as it is about him being such an egomaniac or being bipolar or something, to where he's just not getting the message that is continuously being delivered to him. And as the old saying goes, those who will not hear must be made to feel. And I'm pretty sure that this morning, bro is feeling the consequences of his actions. There's a very famous motivational speaker named Les Brown. And one of his most famous quotes is, "The reasons don't matter, only the results." So when you see this dude jumping up, acting tough, do something, all that shit, guys, this is exactly what we've been talking about for 5 going on 6 years. This is exactly what we've been talking about since the 80s. Dudes sitting up here putting their ego in this fake tough guy persona in front of everything. Ego over everything. I'm willing to throw away my livelihood. I'm willing to put my family in a very strained financial situation because I just can't get past my own damn ego. People hit me up and said, "Do you feel sorry for Sus even a little bit?" I don't feel sorry for that idiot. The reason why I don't feel sorry for him is because I gave him a chance, many chances, to take things in another direction. Actually, us just sitting down on the pod together was an opportunity for him to take this shit in a different direction. And what did he choose to do? Like a child. Oh, I still want to crack jokes. I want to start the stream off. We got freaking a legend, Bizarre, sitting in front of us. And instead of saying, "Dude, let me get in my hip hop bag," which he clearly has one, instead of being like, "Dude, let me showcase my superior understanding of hip hop. I can get a one up on Brandon because he doesn't know much about hip hop, and I'm like a dictionary when it comes to hip hop. And I got my boyfriend Glazed Me Lush, and I got Bizarre, a legend, sitting right in front of us." Instead of working with the guest, instead of playing towards his strengths, the man chose to turn it into a middle school joke shooting contest. And it was like, you might have got me with the booty shorts jokes, but it was not such a clear, flawless victory to where it helped you any. People was like, bro was like trying to drag me to the dirt. And then so I started dragging him to the dirt. You gay, you this, you that. Bro, first of all, don't nobody even care about people being gay like that nowadays. But you trying to drag me to the dirt, so I got to bring up how you got your ass hold out by your own homies. I got to bring up the fact that you tried to go off on Jaleese live on air after she rejected your sexual advances. I got to drag you to the dirt. But the thing I'm saying is, we got to stop doing this. This is something that has to stop. So do I feel sorry for suspect? No. I feel like everybody should take a lesson from this idiot. Let it be a lesson to you. Don't ever think you're too big for the room. Don't ever think you're bigger than who you really are. Because you could wake up one day with a damn receding hairline, unemployed, looking your kids in the face like, damn, daddy blew it. Like, bro, you already living in a 1-bedroom apartment with your baby mama and her mama because you too scared to go home because DC baby Draco is chasing you around LA. And you blew what you had. Now what you about to do? Go back to McDonald's? Because that's where you used to work. I'm just like, there's no win in it for this dude. And what you got to understand is people will lose everything trying to hold on to a little bit of nothing. That man wanted to hold on to this tough guy image so bad that he was willing to throw away his livelihood, where he gets paid to sit on camera, roll up weed, and smoke it while talking about anything he chooses to. Like, bro, you literally tricked yourself out of your position, bro. I mean, the guy was so damn tough last night. And I'm just looking like, bro, you don't even have to do all this. No one's trying to take anything from you. I'm not. I'm sitting here trying to have a pod. But when people say, oh, Dotson deserves another chance and all this shit. No, bro. Every time I said, man, let's get back to the topics. Shout out to Flacco because he kept bringing that up. I repeatedly kept saying, hey, guys, let's get back to the topics. All right, man. I said, you win, man. You win. Let's get back to the topics. Bro could not handle that. He couldn't just let it be about the topics because he's trying to prove something that he'll never be able to prove. He wants to be recognized and acknowledged as a better podcaster than me. Listen, man, the way you're going to get there is by putting in the work. You're not going to get there by talking. You're going to get there by showing and proving. But instead of proving it, all the guy proved is that he can't control his emotions. That's it. And Adam had to fire him. Do you know I was talking to Adam like days before this? I was like, bro, I think Dotson and me will make a really good podcast because we both have big personalities. Oh, yeah, this is the McDonald's. He used to work at McDonald's, and now he's going to be back at McDonald's. He used to work at McDonald's. Now he's going to go back there. He's going to go back there. Bro looks sick as hell. I got to let y'all see that one more time. Let me pause it. Oh, one more. Bro about to be back at McDonald's. And this is following the situation. And bro looking like he know he fucked up. He know he fucked up. This is directly after that whole situation. So you literally spit on me. I mean, according to y'all, I didn't no spit touch me, but hey, and y'all watching from 2D vision, y'all saw it. But you literally spit at me. Then you pull a knife out because you swore you wanted a fade. You know, you finally do something that make me jump up and do something. I'm gonna do something to you. You pull a knife out. I go out the bro said make fuck up. I go out the room. You don't follow me out with a weapon. You got a weapon on top of that. You don't follow me out. You hide in the room like you won, and now your face is looking like this. And now the next day, your own homie Lush is basically blowing you off like it ain't even no big deal. Dumb. You're just dumb as hell. And this is what this fool wants us to be like, applauding? An idiot with a receding hairline who was his highest achievement was shift leader at McDonald's before this, and now he about to be right back there? The funny thing is you would think somebody like me would be the one crashing out. I got a job. I don't need no jumper to feed my family. Bro, this is your whole livelihood. This is your whole livelihood. And you threw it away to prove what? That's my question. You threw it away to prove what? That you're the toughest guy. We know you're not the toughest guy in the room, dummy. We know you're not the toughest guy in the room. We all know that. So why in the hell would you even try to create this persona like you're so super tough and you bout that action and all that? You're not even the best person at your job currently. But you know, the guy he got something to prove. And what he wanted to prove, he never ended up proving. All he really proved was that he's an idiot. That's the saddest part. So now you got Point and Shoot and everybody else. You basically gave them exactly what they wanted. Like, people don't understand. There are thousands of people who simply hate watch. All they do is hate watch No Jumper. You gave these people exactly what they wanted. You even gave Adam what he wanted in a major way, because now he's going to make, you know, $100,000 off of this shit. And all you got was fired. All you got was fired. Guys, if this is winning, what the hell is losing? If this is winning, what does losing feel like? Because this man is a 5-time loser. I mean, he's losing his hair. He failed as a rapper. He failed as a podcaster, and he failed as a pimp. He failed in the grace of hair, in the gauntlet of hair. Adam went to Turkey and got his hair replaced and didn't even take this idiot with him. And now you done lost your job as a podcaster. And nobody, and what I want people to understand is, nobody made Suspect do this shit. Suspect chose to do this. This was a choice, because everybody in the room sat there quietly listening to him running off at the mouth. And I'm sure everybody was thinking the same damn thing. Like, bro, okay, bro, just shut the fuck up. We get it. You know, a lot of people in hip hop. I mean, bro, we have Bizarre, a legend from Detroit, in the room. Bro couldn't even get a word in because Suspect would not shut up. This is an easy day at work. Sit down, ask a couple of introspective questions, make a connection with Bizarre, to get some pics. You know what I'm saying? Post that on your social media. Easy as pie. Bro took a very easy, good day and turned it into one of the worst days of his life. Because if you could have saw the look of terror in that dude's eyes when I ran up on him, you would have just saw that this guy in no way, shape, or form was in the mental space to fight somebody of my size or ability. He literally looked terrified. He pulled out the knife and was fumbling. That's how bad it was. It was so comical that I started laughing. I literally start busting up. Me and Aunt Hefe start busting up laughing. Even the security guards start laughing. Bro just looked so damn stupid. It was like, really, nigga? You did all that to do this? I thought bro was really going to crash. Like, bro, if it was me, I would have been like, man, this big nigga going to run up and I'm going to just throw the hardest punch I ever threw in my life and live with it. Live or die with it. Bro tried to fumble for a Swiss Army knife. I said, bro, I literally just caught myself like, what am I doing? What am I doing? This dude's he's scared of you. What's the point? I actually thought it would have been more honorable for him to pull out a gun. To me. Because it was like, okay, at least you about business. Bro pulled out the knife and then says, what knife, you police ass? Like, this is what happens when people actually. I told you guys a couple days ago, that the street shit is over, bro. The street shit is over. Because when the lights go out and the cameras is cut off, you looking like Dotson in the face. This is what you look like when you're trying to impress the streets and you realize, damn, I just blew it. Trying to impress the streets. The streets don't love nobody. It chews you up and it spits you out. So if you base your whole identity on the street life and trying to project this street persona, you're just going to end up looking like an idiot at the end. And what I will say is, don't say I spare suspect. God spare suspect. Because let's be real, if suspect was living like 20 years ago, bro would be dead already. Somebody would already lit fire to his ass and deleted him a long time ago. Because back when we were young, the type of shit he do, that shit didn't fly. That shit flies now on social media. You know, people are generally no bullying and stuff. But bro would have got ate up along, you know, when we were younger with all the antics he be trying to pull. But the thing about him, everybody was trying to prove he just proved what we all knew. Bro is doing selective politicking. He's acting tough with one group of people, but if you put him in a room with 4 extras, Munchie B, Brick Baby, and Big U, he's gonna change into somebody else. The thing about me is, at least you can say I'm consistent. At least you like, nah, Brandon talk too much, no matter where he is, no matter who he's in the room with. Let me get this super chat. Dilly Dope Nadas. I have never donated money to a podcaster before, but I have no problem supporting you, Brandon. It's well deserved. Stay keeping it real, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate the contribution, my brother. Let me also get my boy, Sticks and Stones LA. When keeping it real goes wrong. Exactly. All we're watching is suspect have a bunch of Boondock style nigga moments. And it's entertaining for a while, bro. But at this point, bro has made everybody hate him because that's all he has to offer. Getting all crazy, screaming in people's face, really ruining the show, fucking up the content, because every conversation is a personal, like, he takes it as a personal attack. Any disagreement, anybody who cracks a joke on him, even though he leads with jokes, he's just a hypocrite, the worst kind. The hypocrite who wants to take it to a physical, but really who claims they want a physical altercation. But we realized this person don't want no physical altercation. And I told you guys from the jump, everything I have said about this idiot has come true. When we first got into it, didn't I tell you that bro does not want to fight? Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell y'all that all bro gonna do is try to pull out a weapon? I told y'all that months ago. So when it came time for the rubber to meet the road, what did he do? Bro pulled out a knife. Like, really? Like, nigga, you went to work. You brought a knife to work to potentially stab your co-host? For what? For calling you names that you've been calling him for weeks? Guys, could you imagine, say suspect killed me. Could you imagine him trying to defend this shit on the stand? Could you imagine him in court trying to plead not guilty and give this as his justification? That's what I think about. Like, bro, how am I going to explain this when they put me on the stand? This is what I'm saying. And we know that coward didn't want to fight. And I'm going to play this and you're going to see it right here.
He liked to wrestle in his own match and grab booty cheeks.
Damn.
He liked to defend
booty
pedophiles.
cheeks, that's for sure.
That's crazy. He liked to
I didn't defend
pedophiles.
anyone.
He liked to watch.
Wait, okay. I want you guys to first see this. He's cracking his jokes. Am I acting angry towards this guy? Am I showing animosity? Am I trying to get all riled up? Because there's some idiots who are in the comments on these other videos saying that I agitated him. Listen to this guy's horrible jokes. Listen to how nobody's laughing. And listen to how I'm just going with it. I'm literally just going with it like, whatever. Yep, I like to wrestle men on the mat. Oh, he likes to grab booty. Yeah, I like to grab booty cheeks. Okay, whatever you say, bro. Let's get back to the potting. It got to the point where the adults in the room, including Lush, safe to say for this incident, we were over it. We were over it. Let's go. Okay, bro, we get it. We get it. You want to say I'm gay. I knew for weeks that him and Lush were plotting this gay narrative that they were going to run on me because the dudes, but the producers at No Jumper was like, just to let you know, they're all hyped up on this gay thing. They want to just like make you out to be gay. I was like, okay, that's cool. They warn you about shit that ain't even worthy of being warned about because they don't understand how black people really interact. They don't understand that in any room full of black men, Suspect will always be a bitch. He will always be a little high yellow bitch who can't stand up for himself, so he has to call his father to fight his battles or bring a weapon. Bro ain't got one video highlight nothing of him whooping nothing out that ain't a little white boy, Kelpie, or jumping up in Jaleesa's face, or calling his dad to try to fight AD, or trying to pull a knife on me. If you really put the magnifying glass on this dude, Suspect is the kid at school who tries to bully other kids because he has a bad home life. He comes here and tries to make himself big by trying to make other people feel small. But just like that kid on the playground, once he runs into somebody who is unfazed by his antics, he has to act like he wants to resort to violence. I mean, bro, this is like some shit on a movie, a very bad B-level movie, but this is like psychology 101 type shit. Bro clearly has a Napoleon complex or something about his life. His insecurities are playing out in real time on these podcasts. And that's what he couldn't handle because he wants to crack. See, the thing about Suspect versus me is that he has to lie on me to get a reaction. But Suspect, I know you're watching this. All I got to do is tell the truth about you. That's when you know you fucked up. When you got to lie on somebody to get a reaction, but all they have to do to get a reaction is tell the truth about you, you're way out of your league. Clifton, the colored milkman. Yo, Bucci, I respect that you handle Dotson with professionalism. Dude is a sensitive, emotional mole rat. One word. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate the super chat. But yeah, bro, listen, can I tell y'all something I didn't even bring up? I'm going to tell y'all something I didn't even bring up that I could have just whooped him out on. Before we got in that studio, I could call Luscious bitch ass right now and confirm that. Before we got in that studio, right? This dude went on a rant. He was in front of Bazaar, the dude from D12. Before we walked in that studio, Suspect went on a rant telling everybody in the foyer area how he used to be on drugs, he used to be on pills, how his dad even came to him and told him, hey, bro, you tweaking, you tripping on them drugs. Like his dad literally was like telling him, bro, you doing crackhead shit. We didn't used to do that when we was younger. He literally said when his dad was telling him this, he was like, man, shut your old ass up, you old ass nigga. He was saying that in his mind, right? But how do you sit in a room full of grown men and you feeling so hyped up and you fanning out that you're now telling everybody your whole entire drug use history? After he lied to me and said, I don't do drugs. Only drug I've ever did was smoke weed. I'm just sitting there on my phone, like listening to this shit. Like, bro, are you serious right now? Are you serious? This is how we're going to start this as professionals, with you telling everybody that you used to be a crackhead, bro. I'm just sitting there. And listen, what you have to understand, outside all the fake tough guy shit, me and Sus was sitting in the same room for 45 minutes. Me and Sus was sitting in the same foyer area of No Jumper for 45 minutes before the show started. Even Donnie, when I walked into the door, he said, hey, man, you want to just go through the back? So when they come in, you already in there to keep anything from jumping off between you and Suspect. I literally said, I ain't worried about that, bitch. Excuse me. And walked right in. Security wanding niggas down. But what I'm saying is, you know you're a true bitch because niggas are getting wanded down and you had to sneak out of the room. You see where he's sitting? Bro kept getting up and leaving. Bro was sneaking out of the room to go get the knife out of his car. He kept getting up and leaving. He got up and left a couple times. And I think he got up and left the first 3 times to see if the security was watching his ass. And then by the 4th time, the security probably like, man, bro, probably going to the bathroom, probably going to do a line of coke or something. He literally walked to the car. And that's when he came back with the knife. And that's the moment when bro started trying to get tough. After the final time, the last time he walked to the car, that's when he started to try to get tough and say stuff like, didn't nobody call me a bitch, even though we were calling each other bitches the whole pod. I'm looking at this dude like, how much weed did you smoke, nigga? Like, you really forgot that we've been cracking jokes and calling each other names this whole pod? But that's because at that point, he had the knife. So now he had to try to find a reason to stir up some shit to try to get me to run up on him so he could try to shank me and say, oh, that was self-defense. It's bird brain nigga logic. And if you got a brain in your skull, you know exactly what the nigga was trying to do. You know exactly what he was trying to do. I peeped it, bro. I peeped it. Rich Trapper, bro, y'all saw when I was texting on my phone, right? My nigga Rich Trapper was texting me like, hey, watch that nigga because he keep getting up, going out the room. I ain't even gonna say I caught that. These podcasters who be commenting on No Jumper, they caught that and told me about it. Because my whole goal is to bring people together, bro. I'm about to go to the grand opening of Marathon Burger on May 31st with the dudes from 60s and shit. I just want to bring people together, bro. I'm not out here to try to divide. We already divided enough. But the reason we're divided is because of niggas like Suspect, Dotson. Because niggas like that, they place their own personal insecurities in front of unity and progress. Bro, this was one, listen, this stream, even once Bizarre left, was the most watched stream all month long. I'm looking at the numbers on the computer. I'm like, hey, we doing like 6,000 views. And Bizarre been gone. I'm getting excited, bro. I'm getting excited. I'm literally like, hey, this gonna be one of them ones. This where niggas really prove their value and their worth and that we could stand on our own and don't need Adam in the room every freaking pod to make the numbers stay high. This is how you build and increase your value to a company or a job or whatever. This is how you show your value, show your worth. I know what I'm worth. I know I can get at least 1,000 people to fuck with me. I got a video on No Jumper of me talking to a white dude. That bitch had over 100,000 views without no clips being produced until yesterday. And I hit up Adam like, hey, y'all didn't work that video right. And he like, bro, yeah, something going on with these niggas with the clips. Let me hit him up. It's already at over 100,000. Me and Gorilla Hebrew. Me and Gorilla Hebrew got into it, bro. We didn't get into it. We had a debate like men, right? No insults, no name calling, no curse words. Somebody said, bro, this is the first time I ever saw a debate on No Jumper with no curse words. That bitch did over 100,000 views. Me and Gorilla Hebrew was shooting jokes, talking shit to each other, but afterwards we maintained respect among each other. I got dudes from his camp that I know, his Hebrew Israelite camp, calling me, oh, bro, that's the chief, that's this and that. Man, I love that interview. It's all love. We don't got to agree, but it's all love. Y'all can't ever say Brandon can't sit down with a dude, disagree with him, and leave on peaceful terms. The only one who has never proven themselves able to do that is Dotson. The only way he won't even beef with a nigga he think is tougher than him or a nigga he think is willing to take it to the next level. Bro, I sit down with anybody. My message is universal. Any man can get it. My opinions, my talking points. We not talking about fighting. It's just like Charleston White say, niggas have no conflict resolution skills. Bro, By the second hour on the pod, I was like, you know what? This could be a good situation. We cracking a few jokes back and forth, but I don't feel like strangling this nigga right now. We making progress. Never really felt like doing nothing to him until he spit at me. But this dude is so insecure and so unable to read a room, he don't even know when he's winning. The nigga's lost so much in his life. Rap career, fake pimp career, fake pod, the end of his podding career so far, as we know. Right? He's lost so much, he don't even know when he's winning. This man has lost so much, he's so accustomed to losing, he can't even see when he's winning. We was winning yesterday, and bro found a way to turn that into an L. That's somebody that you don't even need to be around. Somebody who could turn a win into a loss within seconds. That's why Adam got rid of his ass. It had nothing to do with me. He been wanting to get rid of this thing. I already know. He didn't tell me, but I already know in my mind. Because the minute you start calling somebody a fag, your video is automatically demonetized. That's hate speech. Bro said that multiple times. You could say, oh, you gay, you this, you that. That's cool. But the FAG, the F slur, as they call it, it's almost to the point where, like, I'm thinking, like, is this dude purposely trying to sabotage No Jumper? Because bro gotta understand that not only does he depend on this platform to feed his children, there are a dozen other people in that warehouse who depend on this platform to feed their children. And he says these dudes are his friends, but what kind of friend creates volatile situations that threaten everybody's livelihood? With friends like that, who needs enemies, guys? With friends like that, who needs enemies? Man, I gotta feed my damn kids, bro. And you in there pulling knives out on guests. With friends like that, who needs enemies? And then you dumb niggas is, oh, give him another chance. Bro, shut the hell up. Bro, Walmart wouldn't even give him another chance. McDonald's wouldn't even give him another chance. But No Jumper is racist if they don't give him another chance. Bro, this guy didn't care about none of us. None of us. When he tried to pull that knife out. What if it would have been a gun? And this is what we have with the Pookies and Ray Rays. He's just a damn Pookie. Smoking weed, doing drugs, ready to risk it all and take everybody down with him because he's too insecure to take a joke. After dishing out a bunch of jokes. At T, thank you for the $1.99. Your lack of fear broke him. 100%. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. A coward dies 1,000 deaths. And that's what Suspect is learning. What's our quotes for today? Those who won't hear must be made to feel. Everybody's been warning them. People have probably been telling Suspect this since he was a young boy. I'm going to be real with you. People have probably been telling Sus this shit since he was a young boy. Wait, show which message? Which message do y'all want to see? People have probably been telling Sus this shit since he was a young boy. And he never was made to feel. You know, your grandma, that's a Greek proverb. Those who won't hear must be made to feel. But your granny had another proverb that was similar. A hard head make a soft ass. That's the black version of that proverb. A hard head make a soft ass. Now you at home, laid up, nigga, the weed man probably getting blown up this morning because bro didn't, he didn't blew his bag. You don't never let a nigga trick you up out of your bag. First rule of the streets. That's how you know that you are not a man. And you're definitely not a street dude. They're in the street. Aunt Hefe is a big time drug dealer. And Hefe in there laughing at that shit. This is comical, bro. Ain't nobody here trying to kill nobody. What's the point of taking it to that extent? Nigga, we could have went to Roof Chris or something afterwards. I'm a way better friend than an enemy. Anybody in here who fuck with me for real, I'm a way better friend than an enemy. My homie Truth 884, somebody I met on YouTube, came to Cali with his family. We went, took him to sushi with his family. We ordered big sushi at the damn near one of the most expensive sushi places in the city. On me, because that's the homie just through YouTube, bro. Be blessing the nigga with super chats. I dropped the couple hundred on the sushi. I'm a way better friend than the enemy. Because I lead with respect. I gave everybody respect. This shit all came because he said N-word with a hard ER, and I simply asked him, did you say a hard ER? Not even trying to go at him. Before cameras were ever even rolling. And he turned that into me trying to be all over him because he said the hard ER. Turney Tyke, my boy. Bro, dead ass look like Antoine Dotson. For real, though. He for real look like Antoine Dotson. But no, real talk, my boy Rob, shout out to you. Thank you, Turney Tyke, for the $5 holler. Robert, spitting is for baddies on reality shows. Sus is a certified squirter. Good composure, B. Thank you, my brother. These are my day ones. But this is what I'm saying, guys. We got to stop highlighting and celebrating people like this idiot, because then our kids and our sons see these motherfuckers and think, oh, this is the way I'm supposed to act. No, son. Don't go in any room and act like the biggest bitch in the room. It was a bunch of men in that room. Even prior to when Bazaar left. Why you the only one? Why you got to be the nigga in the room? Munchie B did more. Munchie B and Hefe, them the two biggest gangsters in the room. Munchie B from Inglewood Family and Hefe from A-Tray Gangsters. They're the two biggest gangsters in the room. Why is the most bitch-ass nigga in the room trying to act like the hardest dude in the room? That's why I was like, man, you got to learn how to read the room, bro. What do you mean? He stayed, you left. Oh, yeah, he stayed all right. He stayed all right. He stayed, and the whole time he was there, he looked just like this. What issue? Listen to me. If you stayed and looked like that, you might as well have left, my brother. They was just clowning him. And where was the same energy he had for me with them when they was clowning him? Listen, Munchie B, I heard about bro whole story. Bro's a legitimate gangster, period. And Hefe, heard about bro. I ain't never even had a conversation with Hefe. How I know he from A-Tray Gangsters? I know people who know him. So when I'm sitting in that room, I'm like, I'm not about to pretend to be the biggest, baddest gangster in the room. There's real niggas up in here who real gangsters who didn't really been to the pen and got shot up and stabbed up and shit. Munchie done got shot 4 times, and not even including the one where he got hit, where he got it lost his sight. Why am I going to sit there and try to pretend like I'm some gangstered out, LA gang culture? Bro, you are a bitch who got put off of BPS. Niggas whooped you out. You got whooped out by the niggas you thought was your friends. Now you're trying to compensate for that by trying to turn up on certain niggas. Not any nigga. You're trying to compensate for that by trying to turn up on certain dudes in the street. Come on, dog. Come on, Dot. You're not the toughest guy. That's like me sitting in the room with damn Big U, freaking Larry Hoover, Melvin Farmer, and damn Tookie Williams, and I'm in there trying to act like I'm the most gangster. No, bro. For one, being gangster don't mean shit to me. Sitting up in jail, getting shot, doing years in the pen, wasting your life, that ain't cool to me. Never was. Now you're a nigga with a receding hairline who don't even work at No Jumper no more, which was the biggest achievement in your life. B-Rex, thank you, my brother. Appreciate the $9.99. My brother came with the $10 holla. good composure. Y'all know I represent y'all everywhere I go. Y'all can't be out here. I can't have y'all out here listening to a Pookie. But let's be real. You're never going to be the biggest gangster in the room, bro. So stop trying. And that's the lesson. That's what he didn't. That's what he couldn't see when niggas kept saying, bro, just read the room. Read the room, bro. You were the second best rapper in the room. Until you know what you do the best? You the best rapper. Once Bazaar left, you the best rapper now. Take that and let's talk about rap. That's podcasting. Everyone who does a podcast, they need qualifiers. Things that make people say, he's there. I should listen to this person. Sus, nobody knows you from being a hood nigga. Everybody knows you from being a hip-hop head. Why is the hip-hop head trying to turn up harder than the hood dudes? Just tell me that. The day you can answer that question, you'll be to figured out the meaning of life, bro. Why is a damn hip-hop head trying to act harder and more gangster than real gangsters? You know how gangsters act? Look at Munchie, look at Hefe. That's how gangsters act. They don't even talk loud. They chilling. They've done all their yelling and hooping and whooping. Munchie chilling, bro. Hefe in there chilling, bro. Hefe just like, man, we in here. We cracking jokes, having a good time. But the insecure nigga rubbing his ankles right here in this picture, you know he's trying to prove something. Let's play this.
He liked to wrestle in his own matches and grab booty cheeks.
Damn.
He liked to defend
I like
pedophiles.
booty cheeks, that's for sure.
That's crazy. He liked to
I didn't
defend.
notice no animosity. I'm joking along with him. Fuck it. You own this, we own it with you. I'ma joke along with you. Look at how Lush looking. Anyone?
He liked to watch
Lush, be honest. Did I defend the dude? No, exactly. No. So you're lying.
Like to watch
he said I didn't defend him. So your own friend in that moment proved that you were lying. He defended DC Baby Draco. No, I didn't. Your own friend told you, confess that you're lying. Let's be real. You're scared of DC Baby Draco. You fear that man because you know he's willing to take it further than you are. But Lush is like, and I give credit to Lush for that. Lush at least kept it a buck in that moment. Like, nah, you didn't defend him. But Lush is looking at it like, bro, we could do more with this nigga Brandon than we could do with Suspect because Suspect can't keep his composure. And part of me believes Lush wanted to see me beat Suspect ass because ain't no way a nigga to whoop your socks and you don't get a little feeling of like redemption when somebody else beat their ass. Come on, bro.
Like to watch Wee Wee.
I'm just saying, man.
The Wee Wee Watcher is out of control.
Yeah, so he hasn't uploaded to his channel in
of
6 months.
You bugging today. You watching Wee Wees, you pedos, you got booty shorts on. Today has been a crazy day for you.
If you go beat up that pedophile, you're going to have a lot of cool points in the streets. To
beat you up.
He probably would.
No, me. Beat you up.
You will beat me up?
Yes,
you can't beat me up.
Stop bringing up
you can't beat me up. Now, who's bringing up violence? Let's be real. Who brought up violence? I'll beat you up. But everybody's talking about, I started it. Brandon started. We just heard it, guys. Who's bringing up beating the other? So now you're threatening to beat up your co-host. You're threatening to beat up. You're threatening to beat up your co-host. You just heard it. It's like the no jumper audience. Sometimes like y'all hear stuff, but y'all purposely negate what y'all heard. Y'all omit what was actually said so you can pursue your own narrative. I wasn't talking about beating up Suspect. Suspect said, I'll beat you up. And I said, you're not going to beat me up. We know you can't beat me up. Points in the streets of
beat you up.
He probably would.
No, me. Beat you up.
You will beat me up? Yes,
nigga,
you can't beat me up.
Stop bringing up
you can't beat me up.
In jail. Nigga,
you really think you could beat me up? Hey, DC Baby Draco got a better chance of beating me up than this nigga. I don't have no ego. Oh, I thought he said he'll beat you up. I said he probably would. That's how much I don't give a fuck. No, I'll beat you up. Oh, that I can't stand for. I can't have this mark ass nigga walk around talking about he could beat me up. Beat me up? Yes, you can't beat me up.
Stop bringing up
you can't beat me up.
In jail. Nigga,
you really think you could beat me up?
Beat you up.
No, you can't.
You mean?
No.
Nigga, I'm gonna be outside.
All right.
I'm gonna be outside as soon as this is over. If you feel that strongly, Get
All
cracking.
Follow me.
Follow you. I'm gonna walk right outside, right
Follow
past
me
you.
outside the building.
I'm
away
gonna
from
walk
security.
right out the
Follow me
building.
away from
I'm gonna walk
security,
right
and you
out
can
the
do whatever
building,
you
and you're
like
gonna
to.
do
And we
nothing.
can do whatever you like to.
You're gonna walk
No,
right. You just
let's-
said you was
let's-
gonna beat me
let's-
up. Now we're gonna do whatever.
All right, we're not doing none of that. No fight.
And you can see Aunt Hefe laughing at him because he sounds stupid. Follow me out the building. Okay, bro, but I have to follow you out the building when we leave this bitch. We about 5 minutes from ending the whole show. Why does it even need to be said? Why does it even need to be said? If you want to get cracking, just get cracking, my nigga. Come out, hey nigga, what was you saying? Hell, you could shoot me in the back, damn near, if you want to, if you just act like you ain't trying to do nothing. This is how you know this was all for show. He has to, but when I wanted to fight in the room, oh no, let's walk outside. See, Negroes who don't really want to fight, they constantly have to move the goalposts so it never leads up to the point that they're claiming they wanted to get to. First, I don't want to fight in this room on camera. Now, I want to fight outside. All right, bro, after this is done, you're such a peon. After this is done, I'm going to walk right out the building. You're going to walk right out the building with me. Security is only trying to make sure shit don't happen in the building of No Jumper. So let's go outside, bro. You can run up and start swinging. You can run up and start jugging, nigga. You had a knife on you. I'm not even thinking bro got a knife because he got wanded down. So you got the drop on me. Bro, you got every opportunity to do what you claiming you want to do, and you're not doing it. That's why I'm like, I don't take this nigga serious. Shout out to Timothy Stewart. Thank you for the $4.99 holler. Brandon will be carrying No Jumper some shit. Some shit that's got to change if I'm up there every day. But it's a good situation. And that's why it makes me irritated that a nigga like Almighty Suspect couldn't take advantage of that. But he got too lazy. He got too, like, comfortable. Oh, I'm going to be up here. They're going to give me a paycheck to smoke weed. Look, I mean, and then Lush. I'll give Lush credit. He tried to stop it, but he's such a beta to fucking Suspect. He just couldn't say, hey, man, shut the fuck up, man. We trying to do something up in here. Munchie and Hefe, they're not involved in it. But Lush, you're the one who invited us. Don't come at me. Shut your boy down. He's the one raising the temperature up in this motherfucker. I'm just chilling, looking big and sexy. Gonna walk right. You just said you was gonna beat me up. Now we're gonna do whatever.
All right, we're not doing none of that. No fights.
Listen,
No
wait a
fights.
minute, wait a minute.
outside the
No
You
building
see
fights.
how niggas
and
use
follow
coded
no fights.
language?
so we can do what you like to.
Can I
Come on.
briefly say this?
Yes,
You see how
please.
niggas use
Booty
coded
band.
language? He
Booty
first
band.
said
You watch
he
Wee
want to
Wees
fight
and
me.
you wear booty
Then he
shorts.
said we gonna
You
do
don't wanna
whatever you want to do. This
do
just
nothing.
talks crazy.
You
Like,
don't want to do
listen,
nothing,
I'm
though.
not worried about
Let's
your
get
little
into
high
some-
yellow ass,
You
bro.
just
For
talking
real.
with your booty shorts on. You
We
don't
both,
wanna-
now, do you want me to tell you what he wanted? Let me tell you what this guy wanted to happen. He thought he was gonna say something, right? I see you're retarded. D-Strong, nah, Brandon, you introduced violence because you said for Sus to go beat up the other nigga. You open the door. No, go beat him up. How is that me introducing violence to the space of No Jumper? DC Baby Draco is in jail, fool. Y'all don't even think shit through. You niggas is pookies smoking that crack pipe. But anyway, Sus had the knife at this point. So he was trying to egg me on, saying he could beat me up and stuff because he still thinks that I'm operating based on his rules, on his logic, right? He think I'm on nigga time. I'm going to insult him so I can beat him up. He going to jump up and try to come get me. I could reach in my pocket, shank the nigga, and then say, oh, it's self-defense. But he doesn't realize, bro, I'm not just saying these things about being patient, not being a degenerate, not being a pookie. That's really how I live. That's how I think. You ain't put your hands on me. So I'm going to jump up and start fighting you and jeopardize everybody's situation. Because if No Jumper loses monetization for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a week, do you know how many people get hurt by that? How many people Suspect calls his friends who get hurt by that? Lush sounds drugged up, shaking my head, such an instigator. Well, he was drinking them buzz balls too. He started drinking those buzz balls. See one in his hand right there. Yeah, he was already getting drunk. He let his guard down because he thought his friend was going to be a real friend and not, melt down like a toddler. got our shirts on.
So Papoose claims he wrote 90% of Remy Ma's music, guys.
He's a buster.
Papoose apparently claims he wrote 90% of Remy Ma's music.
You Remy Ma right now. You changing up the story.
Nigga, you watch dicks. Shut
He
up.
said we could do. He said I'm gonna whoop your ass and said we could do whatever you want to do.
All right, bro.
Look,
you watch.
look.
You know what I want to do? I want to podcast.
I want
Ignore all light skin.
I want you to stop watching Wee Wees and put some pants on.
I will do both of those for you.
So, when you wear
I will do both of those for you.
Stop volunteering to see dicks.
Unbiasedly,
I want you to go to Turkey and get your hairline replenished and get that ball spot filled in.
Shorts off.
Listen,
I'll do that when you take your booty shorts off.
Hey,
stop wearing booty shorts off, nigga.
Take this nigga on a tour to Turkey to get his hairline replenished.
Stop playing. I play tennis racket shoes on, nigga. And
they gonna revival your friend laughing at you.
It's funny. When you're funny, it's funny.
Your friend laughing at you. That's
here's
a damn
the thing.
shame.
People get beat up by a guy wearing booty shorts.
Hey, right? Imagine you called his name and got whooped out by a nigga in booty shorts. Hey, but did you hear what Hefe said? He said he about to get beat up by a nigga wearing booty shorts. No one in this room thinks you could beat me up, sus. No one respects you to that level. You're the rapper. You're the hip hop guy. The nigga with the skateboard shoes on trying to talk about people. No one thinks of you as tough. And look at Hefe faces. He looking laughing at this loser. Come on, bro. Everyone knows that you are a joke. You're a joke. You're a joke. And I'm taking you like a joke. Like, just stop, bro. I said, I want a pod and ignore all light-skinned niggas. That's me giving you a way out. You don't have to keep doing this. Let's just keep it about the topics. Brandon egged him on. Actually, Brandon did everything I was obligated to do to diffuse the situation. Because another nigga would have just probably pulled out a gun and blew his head off by now. But you can't win for losing in the black community. They want you, they don't want you to stop until you're behind bars and they like, oh, that nigga dumb, bro. Why that nigga do that? Exactly. He's a man child. I've been saying that. And Hefe laughing at this. You could even see Munchie B's laughing at this dumbass nigga. Everyone's laughing. Lush is laughing at, bro. Let me zoom in on Munchie. Munchie is laughing at the nigga. Aunt Hefe is laughing at the nigga. Lush is looking at him like, Dotson, we losing. Just stop. Everyone's trying to appeal to you. And instead of just stopping, you just kept going. That's what I'm telling you. You feel sorry for him? Hell no, I was there. I saw everybody trying to, hey, bro, just chill. You don't got to do that no more. We good. We got all the views. We got all the fucking riz and emotion. Why are you messing this up for us? Everybody on here trying to build their social media presence. Why are you destroying this for us, bro? Why are you making this content almost unpostable? Because he's a little bitch who puts himself above everybody else, including but not limited to No Jumper and the staff. These, my friends, people like this are nobody's friend. People like this they're so narcissistic, they just be like, fuck everybody. It's all about how I'm feeling right now. What are you even feeling? That weed, I know that weed charge, bro. Whatever he's smoking, what you smoking? Brandon, please stop hanging with these bums. Africa needs you. Can't imagine you potentially losing your life over this nonsense. No, I'm not going to lose my life over this shit. I'm not going to lose my life. Like, I'm done with this shit as far as, like, sitting up with goofy niggas. We have a nice pod, whatever. Let's do that. But beyond that, but honestly, bro, everyone else is cool except for this nigga. He's the only nigga trying to prove something. But I've always been that way. That's why I got homies from every hood in LA and bro can't even walk around LA. Son's father is low IQ. I see where he gets it from. Oh, of course. Just ignorant as fuck. Oh, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles getting at you. Thank you for the $2 holler. B-Rex, thank you for the $10 holler, my brother. Another $10 holler. Facts, Brandon ain't gonna get hurt. Sus is going, the pot is good again. Hey, bro, you know how many niggas hit me up? Like, hey, bro, they was ready to come up there. Bro, my phone was blowing up off the hook. I was fielding calls till midnight. Everybody was ready to go get this nigga. I'm being real with you. Let it be on site. I'm going to be in LA still, so they'll see me. Anyway, bro, it was a gang of niggas like, hey, bro, we ready to come up there. bunch of dudes from Long Beach, all that. There's like, if bro would have tried to poke you, bro, with the knife, it would have been over for that nigga. Bro, everybody from Cali got some hitters, bro. Everybody from Cali got some niggas that's ready to crash out. That's a normal thing. Even females got that. Everybody got some niggas sitting around ready to get cracking. Trust me. Everybody. So talking about who you gonna get and who gonna come, that ain't nothing. That's nothing. Just to live in LA, just to live in Long Beach, you gotta have some niggas that's ready to come get you. The homie Jimmy said, you know what's good, bro. That's homie from the city. Yeah, so that ain't no big thing. If I wanted to bring 100 niggas to no jumper, trust me, I could do that. Look, my boy Vince, he like, you already know, fam. Like, come on, bro. We know people. This nigga don't know nobody. The niggas who he knew, hey, can I please ask y'all all to like this video? It'll be dope as hell if we got 700 likes. If we got 700 likes, that would be a first on this channel. Bless the channel with a like. Let's get in the algorithm. Hey, T-Rail said we sliding, bro. Exactly. You don't, like, that's one thing I learned about LA. You don't know who niggas know, bro. You don't know who niggas know. So thankful he's fired. Stay up, Brandon. Fuck him. Bro, even, man, I'm going to tell you this, and this ain't no smoke on 4 Extras. Bro, when 4 Extras had his whole situation happen, one of my homies lived right in the same building as bro. I knew all about that shit before No Jumper even knew. I ain't mentioned it for what, but that's how few the degrees of separation are between people in Los Angeles County. Everybody knows somebody who's near somebody else. That's just the way it is. Oh, yo, yeah, guys. If you guys want to bless the channel on Cash App, it's posted to the top of the comments. So we got Cash App, PayPal, Super Chat. If y'all want to bless through a Cash App, it's posted at the top of the comments. Okay, let's play some more of this, guys.
That's crazy. I would love to see it. You wrestle on mats. We ain't seen you do nothing with your hands yet.
Hey, when you see it, you go. Well, you're not gonna see it. You're gonna be knocked out. Everybody else gonna see it.
The reality is this.
Show me. They're gonna be watching.
Show me.
Man,
Suspect.
You know you want to make it home to your kids.
First it was if you call
you want to make it home
now
to your
it's you ain't gonna make it home to your kids. You see how the story? See how the story evolves? First it was we was gonna catch a fade. Then we gonna do what you want to do. Now it's death threats.
Who said I was talking about more than the face? You police ass.
You said you're not gonna make it home to your kids.
Who said anything about more than the face?
What does that even mean?
You cannot make it home from a fade. You bitch ass nigga.
You cannot make it home from a fade.
Police shit on me.
Boy, you like a true light-skinned nigga.
Hey, federal faggot.
You should have that energy in that alley that day.
You a federal faggot.
You should have that energy in that alley that day.
Federal faggot.
I'm gonna listen.
We gotta watch this.
This is a fact.
He's a federal faggot and a wee watcher.
Can I get a word? Can I get a word?
You're a wee watcher.
This is a fact.
You're a wee watcher.
This is a fact. I'm gonna say what I want to say.
And you
I
watch
call this nigga Antoine Dotson and everything else. I'm still gonna come to No Jumper. I'm gonna walk in and out this. If I want to do something, there's nothing but space and opportunity. Ain't worried about a light skin. No nigga, period. So if that gay, he's always bringing up fighting. You can't get a nigga bringing up fighting. Try to put it on another nigga to do something.
So,
but I just caught you one. I just caught you one. Just like you are.
Guys.
Oh,
Guys, come on.
Look at fighting. You can't get a nigga bringing up fighting. Try to put it on another. I want y'all to watch the way this man moved when I called him a bitch. I want you guys to really listen. Look at how he jumps up. He doesn't jump up to fight. Let me take the chat down from the thing. He doesn't jump up to fight. He jumps up and steps towards the security. So the security can go in between me and him. That's the craziest. Listen, in all my years of being from my section, nigga, I've never, ever seen that. I've never seen that. I've never seen a dude jump up and step towards security.
Never called me no.
Watch.
So,
But I just
never
caught you
called me
one.
no
I
bitch.
just
I
caught you
feel like
Where?
Just
I-
now.
I-
You
sure,
are.
sure. guys.
Bro, this is unheard. This is unprecedented. He jumps up. Bro, you can go straight ahead, flip the table, whatever. This man jumps up and walks into the security.
You are.
Guys.
You wanna call me a nut?
Guys.
Oh.
Guys.
Oh shit, you could see the spit droplets. They totally missed me. And I keep telling people, I'm watching the spit droplets. If spit hits your shirt and your shirt is green like that, you're gonna see the spit hit the shirt. It went to the side because even Lush moved out the way. And even Lush today on the stream, No Jumper said, nah, no spit got on me or Brandon. Look,
Guys.
just watch my shirt. That's where spit will land.
Guys.
Oh.
Look, the spit went right, like damn near right in between us. No spit actually touched me. That's why I keep telling people, where's this spit y'all saying y'all saw get on me? I'm a blow it up. Let's see if the spit hit me. Let me see if y'all can see this. Let's see if the spit really hit me. Cause I didn't feel any spit. Maybe I got hit, but I didn't feel anything. And I'm a pretty big dude, so I'm a huge target.
Guys.
You wanna call me a nut?
Guys.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't even get on us.
Guys.
The transition.
You are.
Hold on, I'm gonna watch it one more time.
Guys.
You wanna call me
Yeah,
a nut?
Guys.
Oh.
Yeah, it went between us. I mean, from where I'm sitting.
Guys, come on.
And you hear a nigga groaning, that's suspect. As he was trying to get that knife out of his asshole. He hooped it, so he was trying to grunt it out. Like, nigga, how did you get that? We ain't doing a cavity search now. But we're gonna play it from here.
So,
But I just caught you one. I just caught you one. Just now. You are.
guys.
You wanna call me a nut?
Guys.
Oh.
Okay.
Guys, come on. Chill, guys.
Let's do something.
When bro is saying, let's do something, that's when he pulled out the knife. When he starts saying, let's do something, that's exactly the moment when he pulled out the knife. And I said, oh shit, he got a knife. Like, but here's the thing. When the security saw the knife, I'm gonna tell you the true story. When the security saw the knife, the security rammed suspect up against the wall. That's why you hear the grunting. Because that's him getting damn near choked out by the security. Because they rammed his ass up against the wall. But he was already hiding behind the security. So, I mean, you said let's do something. By that time, the security had turned and started facing me. You could have ran up and tried to jig a nigga or something. This man is just the biggest.
Hey, bro, Hey, bro, y'all are tripping, bro. What's going on?
What you wanna do about it, nigga? What you wanna do about it? Meet me outside, nigga. You're scaring me. What you wanna do about it? What you wanna do about it? What you wanna do about it, nigga? What you wanna do about it? That one, nothing. Nothing. Look what? Do something about it.
Such a good pod before this happened,
Nigga.
guys. It was so good.
Nigga,
Intelligent dialogue. I was just about to say that,
What the? Man, y'all tripping, bro.
Come do something.
Man,
Do something.
this why y'all had security, man. Y'all was on
No jumper was
y'all
cracking.
the whole time.
Come do something, Mr.
Man
Black.
brought a knife to.
Come do something.
No, there's no weapons. No weapons.
Come do something, Mr. Black.
There's a knife right there.
Come do something. Where? Where?
That nigga brought a gun.
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 A Swiss Army knife.
You can hear Ed Hefe saying that nigga brought a knife. And that's why I played it 3 times. He said that nigga brought a knife. That nigga brought a knife. And then later he gonna say this nigga brought a knife to a Muay Thai fight.
Police asking you to win. You're the feds. Federal fed. Bitch ass nigga.
That nigga brought a fight to a Muay fight.
Like, share, subscribe. No jumper, running it up. We're not done yet, by the way. Make sure to subscribe to the Lush World.
I thought he said, let's go outside. Let's go outside. Let's go outside, Mr. Black Belt. Well, I went outside. You went and sat back on the couch. Nigga looking like Sugar Free's baby cousin. Little Sweet and Low. Sweet and Low. He called me gay. This nigga look. Suspect looks so whooped out, bro. This is the face of a crackhead, bro. But the man said, let's go outside. Let's go outside. I walked right out the door. You know what you did? You walked right to that couch. You got a knife. And I walked out. And you didn't come out. Shit, if I had a knife, I'd have walked out like, yeah, nigga, you get your ass stabbed. You try to roll up on me. That man literally walked right back to the couch. Everything suspect says is projection. That's him. Oh, you scared, you this, you that. No, bro, that's really you, bro. Because I walked past you like it was nothing. I walked past you like it was nothing. And you walked right to the couch. Yeah, nigga, I punked the nigga and stood on my square and no jumper. Now I'm fired. He forgot he wasn't the owner of the company. He clearly forgot he wasn't the owner of No Jumper. That nigga sitting up in there like he had his own house.
You're the feds. Federal fed.
I'm the feds. I'm a federal fag. The feds is the nigga trying to pull a knife out on camera.
Bitch ass
That nigga brought a fight to a Muay fight.
Like, share, subscribe. No jumper, running it up. We're not done yet, by the way. Make sure to subscribe to the Lush World channel as well.
This shit
Who a bitch?
You a bitch. Clearly, nigga. Who a bitch? You. Your kids is probably thinking you a bitch right now, too. Daddy, we can't even buy no milk. We got to get food stamps now. Let me tell you, you know what's so crazy? We know the nigga's girlfriend probably on public assistance because I'm sure he ain't paying no taxes for this job he doing. Bro, Donald Trump just cut welfare, Section 8, all that shit. Do you realize how dumb you have to be? How ignorant of the global situation you have to be to just throw away your good paying job at this point? Do you really realize how stupid you have to be to throw away your good paying job at this point? So rumor has it that this dude is making about $4,000 a month at No Jumper, which isn't much, by the way. I mean, bro, making $50,000 a month. You threw that away for what? To prove you the hardest light-skinned nigga in Van Nuys? And Hefe laughing at you. Munchie B looking like this nigga triple. Well, he ain't looking at shit really, but he's just like, are y'all done? Who are you trying to impress? Let's go, Vids06. Good job being the mature one in the room, laughing at that non-threat ass nigga. You showed a lot of control of the situation. That goes over some niggas' heads. Thank you, my brother. And I appreciate the $20 holler on the super chat. But you know you had to feel stupid when everyone's just laughing at you. That means no one's taking you seriously. If you was a threat, niggas would have been jumping out the way. Oh, no, watch out with bro. He crazy. Nah, and Hefe was just laughing because it was funny. Bro, in Cali, when you've been around some real niggas in Cali, this shit is not serious to you. Like, this is goofy shit. These niggas been to the pen, watching niggas get stabbed to death, laid out in the middle of the dorm, dead. So the whole thing is, like, this ain't that serious. Bro, you're sitting next to a nigga who got shot 4 times in the chest. one time in the head. What you're doing to him? It's a joke. You ain't ready to kill about it. You ain't ready to kill. Because the nigga ready to kill would have brought a gun and dirted everybody in the room. It's not that it's an instigation. It's just like, bro, you need to you're tripping over nothing. That's what this is. It's nothing. This is supposed to be fun and recreational. So who the hell cares about? Yeah, who the bitch now? Like, he looks so crazy. Like, the nigga face his face just said it all, bro. It was just, he was in another place.
Nigga crazy as fuck.
Who he thinking?
My nigga look like a baby sumo. Walking by this man.
That shit got. I'm not gonna lie. It was,
Nigga tossed you, love.
you know, he didn't even touch me.
You fell over. Hey, look.
Did I fall? I didn't fall.
Let's see if we
Why
can-
ain't making?
Let's see if we can identify the moment that suspect realizes he fucked his job up. He fucked up his career and his life.
I thought I got
Hey, man. No, you try to fake
Hey.
come in at the end. Look, hey,
no, but why
Lush,
did
that nigga was, he was going to toss you, Lush.
Yeah, you know,
That's what I meant to say. You try to fake come in at the end like you was going to stand
Look at
in.
his
I'm just
face.
trying
Man, you
to
was gonna be
minimize
able to know
damage.
the
See the moment he realized.
No, there's
that nigga's
already
like-
footage of me trying to like get away from skirmishes,
Oh,
so
my
that's
nigga,
why I
my
tried to.
nigga.
I tried to like do my
Look at
best to
his
stand
face.
in the
I ain't
middle.
gonna try to run
I
out.
should make sure he
We
got
was
no
good
bitch.
till he got the
He
call.
said, he said, oh, no, nigga, I'm gonna make sure that ain't got shit.
I will say that it was
That nigga said, look.
it is improper decorum to try to bring attention
Roll
to
that
a
weed up,
weapon.
nigga.
I don't know why.
Nigga, the nigga that developed a nervous tick now because he done fucked his job up. He know he got to go home and tell his girl, baby, I blew it. I blew it.
That nigga said, look.
Yeah, this
Hey,
was,
what's up? It's a rap like the condom y'all be wearing or what?
I mean, look,
This was crazy.
Muchie be laughing at the nigga. Everybody, you have no friends now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the
Y'all
super
on
chats.
bullshit, man.
I'm gonna read. Let's read the super chats before we get up out of here.
Lush is so cringe. He know his boy fucked up. He knows. and let me tell you the coldest part. They tried to, he instantly regretted that. Look at his face. Look at his face. He probably offered to suck Adam's dick to keep his job. I wouldn't put it past him. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I ain't gonna say that this nigga's above trying to suck a nigga's dick to retain employment. I'm not gonna say that. And don't forget, I'll be at Marathon Burger on May 31st. Since I could pull up with a nigga from 60s and we'll do it. Well, I'll be there. You know where I'll be. You all that shit. You just lost your fucking job, and I talked about you. Hey guys, I'm eating junk food and watching filth. Somebody better come and stop me. Yeah, this is the crazy thing. Yeah, nigga, who you calling a bitch? Like, sus, your girl calls you a bitch when she's pegging you in your butthole. Stop it. Please stop. You know the nigga don't go outside. Look how damn light his body was when the security got up in his chest. Like, bro, you don't even go outside. You're getting lighter by the second because you're scared. Okay, so then they were gonna try to concoct this lie. There was no knife, and then somebody said, "Oh, you were a snitch." All this stuff. Listen, bro, you brought a knife to a podcast debate. Not even a debate. It wasn't even a debate. But the person who really fucked them up was, and I appreciate Adam them for not trying to lie. Some people will try to they'll try to erase footage and that never happened, to not be liable for that type of situation. But they kept it a buck, you know what I'm saying? And even if they weren't going to keep it a buck, you always could depend on a nigga like Flacco to go in and just burn niggas to the ground like damn near immediately after it happened. I got Flacco stutter for a minute. You talk about that nigga, you're going to start stuttering like him. So in this video that I'm about to show you guys,
Some malarkey just took place
at the 23-minute mark of Flacco video, he basically reveals that the security confirmed that there was a knife because somebody said, I'm a fed because nobody else saw a knife. Nigga, the security saw it and Hefe saw it. The security saw it and rammed his ass up against the wall. And the security was little. Not super big, but a little smaller guy.
something, Mr. Black Belt.
brought a knife to
Come through something.
No, there's no weapons. No weapons. No weapons.
Come through something, Mr. Black.
Brandon's about 5'8", about 280 pounds, stocky, really built. Probably about, I don't know, 20%, maybe 15% body fat. So not really too flubby. I'll be real, bro. I'm bringing something for Brandon too, bro. I'm not squabbling that Goliath at all. I'm not doing it, bro. But Brandon seen a knife on suspect. Now, the security guard afterwards would confirm and say that suspect did indeed have a knife. Now, apparently, suspect did pull the knife out according to the security guard. Now, it's unclear what suspect was going to do with it. Maybe the knife was falling out of his pocket. He was trying to pull it out and put it back. I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, man. I don't believe that suspect would have stabbed somebody at No Jumper. But all it took was 3 more seconds. If he would have swung that knife, what? Somebody could have died. If he would have, somebody could have died. Like, bro, this could have ended fatally. And this is what I really preach, man, when it comes to regulating emotions, man, when it comes to just doing things the right way. I feel like these two men, from my perspective, suspect should have been alerted way.
Man, suspect knew about it. Him and Lush concocted it. Because I know the whole story. Suspect was crying to Lush because he wanted to get more time at No Jumper because his payments from No Jumper were low. But the problem is no one really wants to watch him because he's so emotional. He's like crashing out. Then no one said this, but I can't imagine that the engineers and stuff want to have you on because you make the content unpostable. You make it to where it can't be monetized. So why would they want you on there when they feed their families off of this shit? It's better to just bring people on, even if it doesn't do a hell of a lot of views. At least you don't got to go through okay, think about it like this. Who wants to be at their job working hard as fuck every day? So if you got somebody who's constantly cursing, constantly calling people F slurs, constantly calling people this and that, bro, you got to go through that whole video and get rid of the curse words. Because even if you use AI mess up. And so a couple F slurs and stuff, you literally can loot, your monetization can be canceled, right? Now you got to go back in, edit the video again. Do you think that them dudes who editing these videos at No Jumper want to be sitting having to do that? They probably love me and Gorilla Hebrew's debate because they like, look, me and Gorilla Hebrew put them on some new shit. Well, wait, we just hit 100,000 views and didn't even have to edit this video at all. They didn't curse at all. Let me tell you, when you watch The Breakfast Club, when you watch Back on Fig, when you watch Joe Budden podcast, do you hear them dropping a bunch of curse words? Even on the basketball podcast, the only person who say MF and stuff a lot is like Kevin Garnett. One person. Go through Kevin's clips and get rid of them MFs. Bro, you're nobody. And we got to go through we got to highly edit your stuff, and it's not even doing views. I'm not even trying to yank my own chain or nothing like that, but bro, come on. You're such a great guy. Everyone loves you. I got more views than you at No Jumper, and I'm not even there half the time that you're there, suspect. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Numbers do not lie.
He liked to wrestle.
Nobody really wants to pod with you. Adam already said that. You literally are driving people away from the platform. Nobody wants to sit down with this dude because they see how he acts. What rapper or actor or female talent is going to want to come up there with this dude? Is going to want to come up there with this dude when he's a ticking time bomb. So what you're doing is you're preventing people. You're basically hurting the company's business. You're hurting the brand. And they're trying to bring more high-level people up there. Like, they want to set up a debate between me and Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
I saw no.
You think Nick Fuentes is coming up there with a dude like that in the building? Bro pulling knives on people. Nick Fuentes already like, hey, if I go up there, y'all got to have a lot of security. So if we got to pay security $2,000 or $1,000 today, and then we had the Nick Fuentes interview, we got to give him something. We got to fly him out. Is this even profitable at this point? And the people who make it like that are people like Suspect. They're literally just cancers in the culture. But I want to really play this one part that I think kind of sums up, why Suspect got fired despite the fighting. Because anything else, talking shit on people, this and that can really be tolerated. But when you start taking it to violence, they have every opening they need to get rid of you. Then when you and the fact that you act like this, it makes it easier for them to get rid of you. It makes them like a little bit like, I'm happy to get rid of this dude. But I want to show you guys this part. I think this is the part right here.
Like a home of like hustlers.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, so nigga, like they care about hustling more than anything. So even with
So one thing I can't stand. Bizarre is not a loud dude, right? So as he's trying to speak, y'all niggas over here passing weed and talking like motion or something. Y'all talking while he's talking.
even with like gangs and territory, it don't really get this serious because niggas don't want to be able to not go nowhere to make a play.
Most definitely, most definitely. And I've been in the Fed, so you feel me? Like I did 10 in the Fed, so
okay,
I've been with all states, so I already know. You know what I'm saying? What up?
You the best down.
Let me ask you guys. From Hoover with Selly. No. Why every once in a while do I get like an ad on Instagram and it'll happen? I'll say like,
hey, it's
up and coming like
Tay B from Detroit, right?
Yeah, of course. PZ, Babyface, of course.
So who was that? Mike,
RMC Mike.
Hold on, I'm trying to
Cole.
this part.
Yeah, of course. PZ, you got
the whole scam.
One up T Cole.
Get on that Coach Joey. I think Coach
the up and coming rappers like a T Grizz
once every day and someone.
Now, I want you guys to listen to this part where I asked Bizarre this question, right? We're asking this question for the guest because here's the thing. When you ask a question on a pod like this, based on his answer, say you got, because he has a limited time of being there. So he left early. He had to leave early. So when you ask a question, every question you ask him can be clipped into a smaller video. You post that video as a short or a small video. Every person who is a fan of Bizarre, who been like, yo, where D12 been at? Where Bizarre? They at least got let's say 1 million fans. Or anybody who's associated with Eminem who is like super popular. That's potentially a 100,000 to 1 million view clip. This is what I'm trying to create, right? While also asking questions and enlightening myself on the situation. Listen to how I asked this man a question, and this light-skinned bitch starts just over-talking the guest. Nigga, no one came here to listen to you. But that's this guy's problem. Everybody's like, oh, you got main character syndrome. No, this is the perfect example of what main character syndrome is. We're talking about Bizarre, and this dude wants to answer Bizarre's questions.
I want to be like you, and it'll be like adding me and Adam, like, you better be fucking careful. Loose Cannon's coming home soon, and he's coming for you.
Just listen. Here
the boogeyman.
Yeah.
Anyway, who would you say is a rapper from Detroit that like has really impressed you? They kind of came out of nowhere, like out of all the up and coming rappers, like a T Grizzly or somebody like that. Who would you say is like? Dang. Well, they're technically up and coming, but
the fool's been fucking cracking for like a decade.
Old ass man.
Hey, it's
up and coming like
Tay B from Detroit, right?
Yeah, Tay B is hard.
Tay B go hard.
Tay B go hard.
Hey, you heard One Up T? That fool go crazy.
Yeah.
One Up T Code.
One Up T. Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to learn. I'm trying to ask him. So
One Up T
Yeah,
Code.
get on that Coach Joey. I think Coach Joey.
Coach Joey hard. Coach Joey been around for a minute.
Yeah.
Coach Joey hard. You got
Damn, y'all think Coach Joey a rapper? He just started a rapper.
He
No,
is too.
because I'll be
He is,
hard.
Coach Joey got mixtapes though. Coach Joey been on his rap shit. Nigga, you got FMBDs.
Yep.
Nigga, you got FWC Cash.
Skilla
Nigga,
Baby.
of course you got Cash
Skilla
Raquan,
Baby.
of course.
Shout out to Skilla Baby.
Nigga, you got
The whole scam rap genre.
Facts. Of course you got Skilla Baby.
Y'all like on Baby Money?
Huh?
Y'all like on
Baby
Baby
Money
Money?
go-
Baby money on the
Money go
set.
crazy.
Baby money
Baby
go.
Money
Go
Cold.
crazy. Actually.
Luck 5. That is,
Damn, I don't know. I'm
Nuck.
going deep.
Nuck. There we go. Nuck 5.
Okay.
He got some shit called Lawrence Taylor. That shit cold.
You fuck with the flank dudes, right?
Of course, you're not fucking with
Peasy, Peasy, all little Peasy.
Scat's my boy. Rio, of course, talk crazy.
Peasy and Ghetto Boys, they can fuck with all
He's
that.
from Detroit, but yeah.
Yeah, of course. Peasy, Babyface. Of course, you can't say Peasy without Babyface.
Rio.
Baby Smooth.
V's is crazy.
That was rapping with Rio. Who was that? Mike.
RMC Mike.
RMC Code. For show. RMC Code. You got a nigga named Six War Vaughn.
Yeah, we know a lot of niggas. I don't even.
I know. I ain't gonna lie, niggas came out to LA a lot in 2020, and I was linking with a lot of niggas, bro. I ain't gonna lie, nigga. My nigga, nigga Chi AC no this left on my couch, nigga.
Yeah,
that's my boy. You feel me? Okay, nigga. We came out here, picked my boy up from the airport, fucked with him. He was out here for like 2 weeks or so. You feel me? That's my boy. Nigga, I got shit with Dame Dot, RGS Dame Dot. That's my dog. Dame a good ass nigga, bro. Yeah. Good ass dude.
I got that lean out here. That's what we got.
Tron, nigga, the whole shitty boys. The whole.
So I'll let y'all listen to it long enough. Bro, we asked Bizarre a question. We didn't ask failed rapper Almighty Suspect a question. And then Lush, he's just being a horrible interviewer because he's scared of Dotson. Bro, Lush, that's where you come in and be like, hey, we want Bizarre. Dotson naming names, no one's going to watch that. Bizarre naming these people, that's content. That's something that's going to pull in thousands of views. But y'all talking about, y'all got the job that I want. Well, can y'all do the fucking job? Can y'all act like hosts? How you the host when you want to talk more than the guest? I'm a guest. So if Adam says, Brandon be whooping, he be talking, nigga, I'm a guest. So what? I can talk. I'm a guest. I'm here as a guest. But if I'm the host, my job is to let everybody talk. By the way, I'm putting the link for y'all to call in the comments right now. Shit. Let's go. But anyway, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was focused on. Why do we have a guest in the room and we can't let the guest talk? And people was even saying, like, bro, thank you for like trying to be professional. You were focused on giving us a good show. Because I'm like, bro, people are watching us. We got 6,000 people in this shit. They're watching us. Let's give them something they can feel good about today. Like, yo, that was a good ass stream at No Jumper. And this is why No Jumper hasn't ascended to the level of like, say, like a like Breakfast Club or Joe Budden. Because you really just got too many niggas around who they're not on code. They don't have the same mission. Now at Hefe, Michi, Munchie, they just said a little something. They threw some shit out there, but they were cool with if Bizarre would start talking, they would hush. This little light-skinned mole rat, the nigga just run it, bro. Let me tell you, he's gonna keep going for a while.
Oh, shitty boy. I was fucking with Tron in like 2017,
Tron,
bro.
Tron is like
back before TRD was even a part of Shitty Boys.
You really a hip hop nigga too.
Hit that like button.
I ain't with the Detroit Lions. Them the ops though. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. Detroit Lions.
The nigga, when he said you a hip hop dude, yeah, that's what I love. So why is you trying to be the hardest gangster in LA? You could take that hip hop lane, be like, I'm the nigga that's the most knowledgeable on hip hop at No Jumper, period, next to Lush, and vice versa. But you want to also try to be a tough guy. I don't go to No Jumper like, yeah, I'm the toughest nigga in here. I don't do that. But bro, that pissed me off. And you could see me, I'm just sitting there like, are these dudes going to have enough self-awareness to realize that The guests haven't even got a chance to talk.
Is they like top op.
You a bully. You're
Yeah.
even mentioning the Lions.
Now the Lions just stepped it up though.
Yeah, but
It's
still.
good right now.
Yeah, they just stepped it
but
up.
still, even
But you
just,
see, we lost everybody.
Now we're on football. So here's the thing. Munchie did a good segue into football. That's cool. That's how he relates to Detroit. He's a Packers fan. The Lions are the ops of the Packers. But could you imagine if Dotson would have just shut his ass up, let Bazaar rattle off those names, and then Munchie came in with the football talk? That's called podcasting. What Dotson was doing was called narcissism. Narcissism. I'm sorry. What he was doing was called narcissism. What Munchie's doing is called podcasting, right? You just messing up the conversation. I think Green Bay and Detroit got more smoke. The Bears, hell no. The Bears, they number one op is. Wait, is it the Packers and Bears? Yeah, you're right. It's the Bears and Packers. Yeah, but Detroit too. Holiday game be like Detroit and the Redskins or some shit. But anyway, that's called podcasting. And that's what you realize when you're around these situations more. It's just certain people, they're so egotistical and self-centered, they can't do well on a podcast, but they also don't have enough substance to run a show by themselves. Like right now, I'm running this show by myself. I've been talking for an hour and 36 minutes. People are still staying in the room. I can retain an audience. And that's what I understand I need to fix as well. In podcasting, I have to realize, bro, you're not here by yourself. So you don't got to do as much as you normally do. And that's why I'm working on that. And you can even talk to Adam. I hit him up like, hey, what do I need to work on? This and that. And he'll tell me like, hey, you be whooping a little too much. You need to do less and you'll be good. You'll be better. But I'm working on that. Dude, you've been there for freaking 4 years and have done no self-reflection to improve your presentation for your audience. You need to get the fuck out the spot and let somebody who wants to do it the right way come in. I'm sorry, bro. All right, y'all. We got some guests in the building. First and foremost, we got Daniel Beverly, and we got my boy, the administrator, in the building. Guys, the link is in the chat. If you want to come up, whether you agree with me or not, come up. I'm not going to take you down. Just don't be up here doing too much cussing and all that. But come up. Tell me what you think about this whole stream, or what you think about this situation, or just what you think about No Jumper in general. The link is in the comments. Go ahead, Daniel.
Yeah, he was definitely doing too much. I don't know. I can't think of one thing Bazaar said the whole time. We didn't get really no interview. All he had to do was roast you for a little bit and then get back to the topic like we do. I roast you every week. It's all good. But I will say, I'm not going to show off the hook with those shorts. Those shorts were inappropriate.
Shut up. Somebody like them.
Not me.
Shut up, Daniel. No, I'm just kidding. All right, go ahead, administrator.
Yo, what up, man?
Yo.
Yeah, bro, I probably would have did the same thing you did. I would have got embarrassed and started trying to ask the man real questions. You were being intentional about it too, where you were looking at the rest of them as you were asking, we're trying to work here. You know what I mean? That's why not everyone should be able to get high while they working, man. Because you can show the culture without having to roll up blunt after blunt. You know what I mean? To where all you can do is think of yourself because you're so damn high, and the conversation every time you start talking diverts to your life. Bro, what are we doing here?
Diverts to your 1-bedroom apartment.
Right.
With 4 Mexicans in it.
There's a nigga like him in every zip code, bro.
Man, hey, LA got a couple niggas like him.
And they all think they so special and unique. No one's ever walked the earth like them. It's bro, get your ass down. One of them niggas that went to the suburbs bullying white boys, and now he think he tough. But yeah, that was unprofessional. The bro, dude from D12, he could just be a regular guest now that just sits there now, because that's kind of how that's the impression that is left. I don't even think of him as the bro from D12 no more. Like now I think of him as just one of those guys that sits there and like stares at the nigga that keeps talking.
No, 100%. And that's what I was thinking. I'm just like, bro, just shut up, bro. Like, let him talk. Because he had to leave. So once he's done talking, well, now we could keep going with the conversation or whatever we want. But let's get this goal real quick. Because let's be realistic. If you had no jumper, you know the views are not what they normally are. You know you taking a hit because a lot of them, Brick Baby and all them is in jail. Here's the reality. Most of them niggas ain't coming back. That's what we know. So now you got to build shit up to where it makes sense to Adam to keep us as a, well, I don't work there, but I'm just thinking what I would be thinking if I did work there. You got to make it make sense to keep y'all in the mix or as the main group of hosts. If everybody got together and made an effort to do that, numbers would start trending upward. But because you got a bunch of egomaniacs who really been riding on the coattails of larger personalities, they think they could just come in there business as usual. Well, Such, you're not sitting across from Brick Baby today, where Brick is bringing all the viewers and you're just able to smoke and do whatever. And everybody is like, you know, just they're there for Brick, but you're tagging along. So they're watching you as well.
Right. But the thing is though, like the white boy, he already says wild stuff out of nowhere. You know what I mean? And so you can't you can only have one of these people that are like the jesters. You know what I mean? And the white boy already kind of outdoes him.
Right.
So you gotta continue to be chill. But dude's problem is he's starstruck. But he tried to be low key about it. But he is starstruck. Like you see how he just started glazing random niggas, hoping he knows them.
It's just pathetic, bro. Like, yeah, like you could meet somebody. Like I know Bizarre, bro. Like I know D12. I know Purple Hills and all that. You know what Bizarre said when I first walked in the room, which is crazy because I do have a commanding presence when I walk in the room. When I first walked in, Bizarre turned around and said, "Hey, you way bigger than I thought you were." I'm like, "Oh, word?" He's like, "Hell yeah, nigga, you huge." I'm like, "Oh, damn. What's up, man?" I was like, D12. He was like, "Yeah." I said, "Where the shower cap at?" He was like, "Oh, I don't really wear that no more." I was like, "Okay, cool." And then it's like time to go to work. This fool telling Bizarre his whole history of drug addiction.
Right. Ain't got nothing to talk about but himself. Like niggas he ain't got no knowledge, no like, you know what I mean?
Be professional.
You can't carry a conversation, right? And then with the knife stuff, bro, like who spits on a nigga, bro? Like it's almost like his niggas was like, bro, you got to do something to that nigga. And he's promising that he would. And time was running short. And he's like, I gotta do something. Either like, yo, of course he was trying to get you to try to like do something first, obviously.
Of course.
But time got short, so he had to like spit. Who spits, bro?
Only
like,
a bitch nigga does shit.
Right. Like that's the ultimate, like, I'm a piece of S and I need to be put down like a dog. Like
I think he got triggered when Brandon said, go to Turkey for the hair treatment. Yo,
you said the turkey sandwich took him out?
Yo.
Bro.
Hey, you marked his punk ass out. I hate that motherfucker, man.
Wait, language. You trying to keep
my bad, my fault. My
You
apologies. Your platform, but I was watching it the other day and I was just like, damn, I really wish he was just standing next to me. Like, just to have a conversation, like, why your ego so fragile, bro? Like, you know, you
bro would have flipped out.
I know it, but you could tell he going through some shit, man. You know, you could tell.
Yeah. Hey, that ain't our problem. Go to a therapist.
Overcompensating for that whole gangster image that he lacks, man. He lacks that, dude.
Bro, he tried to be a gangster. Listen, he tried to be a gangster. He failed at that. The fact that bro still has credibility in LA is a huge thing. He should just run with that. Instead,
it's because of who his father is. That's all.
Exactly. So instead of running with what he got, he trying to reach back into the hood life. Like, bro, calm down, bro. Like, you're not that, so just leave that alone. Bro, when you getting whooped out by a dude that's like half your size, slapped in the face, talking about they packed me out. They didn't pack you out.
I know the video you're talking about. T-Rail spoke on it a couple years ago.
There was one person and then another person jumped in. Two people who were both smaller than you. Why is he walking around like he got packed out by 10 dudes?
His own gang too. That was his own people.
Yeah, man, no. And then in the video, they like, hey, blood, who is that? Like, they don't even know him.
Oh, snap.
You got put off a hood where it's just pathetic. And that's what really got under his skin, because I start getting everybody else to agree with me on that point. Because that ain't LA.
He's articulate. I thought you said it perfect when they Adam and them had you on the phone call. Like, he has potential, but he's overcompensating for something. So he's going extra hard with this gangster image. It's not you, bro. Like, I don't get it, but someone has to touch him. I'm glad you didn't really escalate it to that point. It's not a good look for you, because you're kind of like, I don't see him putting hands on you personally.
Hell no.
You feel me? He marked his own self out by spitting on you.
The thing is, he tries to create this persona like, if anybody say this or that, I'm gonna do this. So then when I said it on, he didn't do nothing. He lost that image. So now he's doing everything to recover that image.
Bro, why is everybody agreeing with you, Brandon?
Go ahead, Nickel Bill, or whatever that shit's supposed to say.
Bro, both of y'all be bullying each other. Like, y'all are both bullies. I don't understand how one of y'all is right and one's wrong.
Bro, I'm not really a bully. If we joking, jokes are cool. I sit on the Viral Way and joke with them, and we be arguing. Why doesn't the shit at the Viral Way go to this point? Because everybody at Viral Way is mature.
But not everybody reacts to the same stuff the same. So you can say certain stuff.
Every man has a certain level of maturity, bro. When you say not everybody react the same, that's a lie. I could walk into 100 McDonald's, look at the person in the eye over the counter and be like, you a pure bitch. I promise you, out of most of those McDonald's, nobody gonna do nothing. They're gonna be like, all right,
cat, bro. It depends where security. You go to. What location, bro? Come on, bro.
Okay,
I'm not trying to make it an echo chamber, but hey, homie, check me out though. Just keep in mind the dude you're trying to defend just spit on somebody.
Bro. I'm trying to take a.
All right, you got that though.
The thing is, he has this issue with everyone. So if everyone has a problem with Johnny, maybe Johnny's the problem. We've all been all over on podcasts and never had a situation like this. Why does this situation always erupt with suspect?
It was over when he spit on you, Brandon. I'm just gonna be honest. There's no analysis needed. He spit on you.
But wait, these people, they're like lizard brained. So just answer me this, Nick. Tell me, why does this always happen with suspect?
Listen. Okay, so I saw some people commenting saying, suspect, if he's not trying to fight, then he shouldn't be talking shit to you. And I disagree with that, because just because you don't want to because they were talking about how he pulled out the knife or whatever. But bro, look how big you are. So you telling me just because I don't want to fight somebody, I can't talk shit to them? So basically what y'all are saying is Shaq should be able to bitch everybody just because he's bigger than everybody, and you shouldn't be able to talk back to him because you don't want to have to fight him.
If I got into it with Shaq, me and Shaq gonna throw hands, bro. I'm not ever gonna. Shaq way bigger than me. I'm not never gonna pull out a knife on anybody like that if it's all about hands. On top of that, who was the first person who was like, "I'll beat you up"? Who said that?
Nah, Brandon, hold up, bro. Like, if this is not to you, by the way, I DM'd you, but listen.
Wait, I'm gonna let you come in, Nick. Who's the person who first said, "I will beat you up"? Yes,
he did, but you were talking about how he would get beat up by DC Baby Draco.
Okay, so but that wasn't me. But that was not me saying I would beat him up. That was me saying, wait a minute. First of all, I never said he would get beat up by DC Baby Draco. You're being a YN right now. I said, fight DC Baby Draco. If you beat him up, you would get street cred. He said, DC Baby Draco will beat you up. I said he probably would.
Nah, you said you're scared of Baby Draco.
He said
means the same thing. If you're scared of somebody, they'll beat you up. Like, right?
You guys are literally for the first time hearing YN logic in real life. A nigga said someone else, you're scared of a person. That's me saying he will beat you up. You can be scared of somebody, and I don't know if they could beat you up or not. So how's me saying you're scared of them based on your actions, right? Okay, let me ask you something, Nick, and then we're going to go to the other dude. Nick, if somebody driving past your mama house at 3 o'clock in the morning, you gonna go fight him, or you gonna act like a bitch and be like, I don't live there?
I'm gonna fight him.
Okay, so if you would fight him, if he was riding past your mama house at 3 a.m. If I would fight him if he was riding past my mama house at 3 a.m. Every nigga on earth would fight this dude, DC Baby Draco, if he rolling past a people house at 3 a.m. looking for him. Wouldn't it be safe to say that Almighty Suspect is scared of DC Baby Draco since DC Baby Draco has been doing that to his dad's house for over a month and Almighty Suspect won't do anything?
Shit, that's a whole different situation. He might be scared.
Here
of him.
we go.
He might be scared of him. He might be scared of
Okay,
him.
so that's what I'm saying. You're scared of him. He is scared of him. You know it. I know it. So what I'm saying is you're scared of him based on your actions. That's not me saying that he could beat up Almighty Suspect. That's me just saying based on what we see, based on him saying, bro, I'm not gonna pop you. I'm not gonna do none of that. I just need that fade. And you're trying to deflect and bring up the man's paperwork and all that. It's safe to assume you're scared of him.
Well, why you making that your issue though, Brandon? Like
Yeah, that's my point.
You don't think
exactly.
you bringing that up? You don't think you bringing that up?
He know what he doing, bro. He knows that's antagonizing him.
Yo, you be on some hold up. You be on some passive aggressive shit, and then you get up here and you act like you ain't on the panel with gang members and niggas that's affiliated with gang members. This ain't no theological, philosophical platform you on, and you keep trying to act like you think they supposed to change their image when this is how they built that shit over there. Adam want to see y'all fight.
But let me ask you a question.
I'm tired of you talking about the bull ain't gonna do nothing, and then you keep going over there and you.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Why don't I get into it with any of the other so-called gang members up there then?
And nothing wrong with.
The point is, hold up. The point is, you already into it with Almighty Suspect, and you keep saying little slick, little sly, little shit. I mean, little things.
Well, he's not gonna do anything.
All right, so
but
why
he's not
you
gonna
keep
do
talking
anything
about it? You gonna force his hand,
bro.
And he gonna one day
When
he
I
gonna,
was
he gonna
when
bump you up.
Listen, when I was on that panel yesterday, I kept saying, man, let's just get back to the topics. Let's get back to topics. Was I not? Did I not continuously keep saying that?
After you go back and forth and you say little slick this and that, right?
Well, he started it. Let me tell you the truth.
All right, you sound like
bro started that shit.
YN. That's YN logic, Brandon. He started it, but you keep going back and forth with the bull. You know he ain't trying to fight you, and you keep on talking about little stuff that he into with somebody else. Now, you know what I mean? You making it a situation where he got to talk about something that he don't even want to talk about because you bringing it up. So now y'all into it again because you bringing up something you know he don't want to talk about. If he is scared of somebody, I don't even know this bull. But if he is scared of him, why are you talking about it? You trying to put the man, basically you trying to put his fear, which is a no-go when you affiliated with gangsters. You trying to put that top of mind. You trying to make that the topic of the panel. You don't think that's an issue?
He right, but Sus kept pressing the issue. I saw when Brandon tried to navigate towards a different topic, everybody stood there quiet like they wanted the shit to keep going. But Brandon, it was dead air, but I saw you trying to change the topic. I think like you just really wanted to put the nigga, you feel me, on Front Street like you a bitch. No offense. Like I could tell like you wanted, because you tried to switch the topic, he kept pressing the issue. That's what I saw.
Listen, if we cracking jokes and we talking about each other, that's cool, bro. I do that on everywhere I go. The point is, I never was like, nigga, I'm gonna whoop you out. I'm gonna beat your ass. He started bringing up shit about me. I start bringing up stuff about him. He tried to drag me to the dirt. I dragged him to the dirt too. What y'all don't understand is what y'all don't see is when we were in the foyer and I walked in, he immediately started talking shit. And I let that shit slide, bro.
Hey, let me ask you something, Brandon.
Yeah, because y'all already into it, though, Brandon. You acting like this the first time you met this bull.
Man, you keep on making up excuses. Hey, you keep making it. Listen, bro. Hold on. And I'm going to let Nassam go. Listen, when we agreed to be on that show, we agreed that we was going to push it down, leave it at the door, not go start nothing. If we both agreed to that, and then I walk through the door and immediately you start talking shit, that's still my fault, nigga? Like, no matter what, it's all my fault.
Fam, I ain't saying it's your fault. I'm saying you already into it with this boy. You on some YN logic again right now. It ain't about who said what first. It's about y'all already into it, and it's another man sitting across the couch from you who really want to do something to you. And he trying to figure out a way to get that done without looking crazy and getting packed out by this 5'8" bowling ball looking nigga that's nothing but all muscle and know what he doing with them things. So you keep acting like you ain't in there with two weapons. You in there, your hands is trained, Brandon. He don't want it with you. All right, he not a jujitsu
And that's what I said. And I tried to make peace with the nigga. I said, all right, bro, let's just talk about the topics, all that stuff. Bro, I've already talked to the third parties. That's fine. The world ain't about being liked, you damn queer.
And you already did what you did. Y'all already into it. You keep acting like y'all starting fresh. Like you already
recognize.
know who you dealing
Take
with.
the damn tampon out your panties, dude. Go ahead, Nassam.
What made you call him a bitch? Was you just fed up?
Go ahead, Nassam. Oh no, because he called me a bitch. And then I was like,
Well,
bro,
yeah,
I
the
already
whole episode, but I'm saying you did it at the very end. So was you just fed up by that point?
No, I think I called him a bitch a couple times during the episode. But the point is, because he is a bitch as far as I'm concerned, and he proved that last night.
And you keep on reiterating it too.
Let Nassam go.
From the first joint, from y'all first encounter, like you can definitely tell, like when y'all was gonna meet again, kind of seemed like you already knew what you was walking into. Like you knew when you got there he was gonna be talking shit off rip. So it was kind of like refusing to be bullied by the bully, because that's what he do to everybody on the joint. Like whenever they get to talking, he'll talk over him, he'll start yelling, he'll start, you feel what I'm saying, throwing his nuts around, and you just wasn't letting him throw his nuts around. That's how it looked to me, for real, for real.
Man, listen, at the end of the day, you don't do that shit to Munchie B. You don't do that shit to Aunt Hefe. You don't do that shit to Brick Baby. You don't do that shit to 4Extras. You're not going to do it to me. That's just the way it is. These dudes like Suspect think, oh, because these niggas ain't from my section, I could try to talk crazy to them. Here's the thing. We knocking niggas out from your section in jail and everything like that. So it's not like Long Beach niggas is in the room, so now we could come at them like that. That doesn't happen. That's never going to happen. Everyone knows that already. The only person who doesn't know that is the one little bitch who is acting tough, but they're really just a failed rapper. Y'all can let him play with y'all. I'm not playing with that nigga like that. Like, I'll joke with you and you can say what you say, but when you start getting you a B word and this and that, and I'll beat you up, it's like, come on, just prove it. A fight is nothing to me. People fight all the time, but he don't want to fight. He wants to use weapons, which is what I've been saying since our first encounter. I said, bro, don't want to fight. Yes, I do. Well, you had the chance to fight last night. You didn't fight. You pulled out a knife.
Brandon, I saw that you went back on the show. I just kind of felt it wasn't going to end well. So I felt what I don't know if the last dude before the other dude was talking is from New York. I don't know his name, but he looked like he got size on him. And I just want to say this. I'm sure there's a lot of times you let like a dumb nigga have it, right? He talking reckless. He just talking reckless. Like my son, every now and then talks reckless. So I got to like sit there for a second and really see where this is going, because you're teaching him a valuable lesson. Usually it's okay to be selective in survival. Like, you know, somebody could get the best of you, but you're going to keep rapping. And Suspect ain't that young, man. He's a grown man.
He's 30. He's almost 30.
He's a grown man. I almost wanted you to do something to him to teach him. He should have gracefully bow out. Instead, he hyped it up. I felt like it was the point of no return, because the same people that's telling you to be more mature would have been roasting you. You know how YouTube streets is, man. You had to hold your own, bro. And you did that. Fuck that.
The thing is, people
that
act
nigga
like
just proved my point, saying that you should pick your battles. No, nigga, we don't need to pick battles, bro. If he want to say what he want to say, just because this nigga knows is a black belt and he's big than a hoe, don't mean that he can't say what he want to say. Like, where's that coming from?
That's not what he's saying, bro.
You said pick your battles. You should have just did what you was
That's
going to do.
not what I said. Sometimes you gotta know when to bow out. You're missing the point.
What does that mean that you should know when to bow out?
None of it was that deep to be calling people B words and all that, bro. Look, I'm not gonna really
disrespecting each other.
I mean, bro, I don't know how old you are, but your logic ain't holding up.
Yeah.
That entire dynamic was out of order.
Where everything started, bro. Brandon is trying to avoid all of this shit, man. And nobody.
You know what? Fuck it then. Fuck it. A nigga like Suspect need to smoke. I'ma just go ahead and be honest. I don't like tiptoeing around shit.
then.
Some niggas need to be checked. Some niggas need to be checking. Then what?
Hey,
what
hold
we
on,
doing
guys.
next?
Hold on. So listen. Here's the thing, man. Suspect is his own worst enemy. I didn't have to lay a finger on him, and he destroyed his own life for the near future. This is what we got to know. Sometimes you just got to let a dude take himself out. If bro would have put his hands on me, or if bro would have came within striking distance, I was going to lay his ass out. But I just hope everybody could see, like, there's a way to deal with people like that without even touching them. Bro is just a coward, and we all know that. Like, he's a coward. Like, I would.
You don't know how to deal with cowards. That's your
Brandon,
problem. You don't know how to deal with cowards, Brandon, and you're gonna learn one.
This nigga is a real bully, bro.
Wait, guys, one at a time. One at a time.
All right, listen to me, Brandon. All right, let me ask something to everybody in this call. Let's say you're with somebody in the room, right? And there's 4 other people in the room, and you thought that motherfucker said something, and everybody in the room said no, they didn't say it. You still gonna drag it, or you gonna be like, okay, yep, that motherfucker didn't say it? This goes back to the beginning, Brandon. You wanted all of this. 3 motherfuckers told you that nigga did not say that, and you still kept running with it. You could have been like, okay, yep, my bad, right? You could have been like, yep, my bad. You didn't say it. This shit wouldn't have went this far. I feel this. I'm not saying suspect is 100% right. I'm not saying that. I don't agree with everything that motherfucker did. But what I'm trying to say, I don't feel like, and I'm not saying you want people to feel bad for you, bro. But it's just hard to hear you out as much when it kind of feels like you wanted all this shit, bro. Like, nigga, you could have easily been, okay, yep, you didn't say it. My bad, I misheard you. This wouldn't have went this far.
Wait, is this Natty?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so you're an idiot, because here's the thing. Wait, let me get this
and
out.
I'm gonna let you talk. And
I'm gonna let you talk, and I'm gonna let you talk too. Everybody's gonna get a chance to talk. All you niggas stopping up here. It's crazy. But look, y'all done came for me. Now my audience is coming to attack y'all like bees.
Hey,
look,
Brandon, we got your back. Hey, we ain't
I already
gonna let
know.
no suckers, hey, we ain't about to let no suckers get away with no bullshit.
Fact.
Hey,
Fact.
Hey, all right, hold on.
The suspect is on some sucker shit for real.
Hey, here's the problem with your logic. Here's the problem with your logic, Natty. This, when I asked suspect if he said the hard ER, I said that off camera. The man went so ballistic that by the time Josh said, all right, sus, all right, we good, just let it go. Mikey was like, let it go, it's cool. This man, as soon as the camera popped on, he jumped right back on the same topic. So it's not my fault that I asked something off camera just so I can make sure I didn't mishear what he said. And then this dude decided to drag it. If you ask anybody about suspect on No Jumper, they will say, bro, it's cool. Any of the engineers, he's cool, but he just sometimes doesn't know when to let things go. And he fucks up the content. That's his thing. He's a crash out. So stop acting like I was just agitating. And even Josh said live, he said, bro, I don't think he meant anything by it. I think he just asked you to clarify. Josh said that. Am I wrong, Natty?
Yeah, I think I remember.
Wait, Natty. Wait, hold on. Let Natty speak.
Yeah.
Did he say that?
I think I remember him saying that, yeah.
Okay, so if you hear him say Brandon didn't mean nothing by, he was just asking for clarity. And that was off camera. Why are you sitting here trying to act like I was agitating this
let
boy?
me ask a question. I'm going to let you keep talking. Let me ask a question because I need this to be clarified. How long did that argument go before those cameras started rolling?
That argument.
Matters.
Wait, listen. I wasn't even responding to him. He was just flipping out. When he was arguing at me, it was more like one of those arguments like he's arguing towards the engineers who are his friends. Hey, Donnie, this is right. He's doing that. I'm just sitting there laughing. I'm literally just sitting there laughing. I'm not even responding because I don't know him at this point.
Okay. And then yesterday's podcast, right? In the beginning, it kind of seems like you're playing the victim role. You threw the first shot yesterday. As far as what the cameras can see, you threw the first shot.
What shot did I throw?
When he stepped out of the room, right? I don't know where that nigga went. I don't know if he was trying to tuck his knife or use the bathroom. I don't know what the fuck he was doing, right? But when he stepped out the room, you were so quick to throw a jab. You said something about Lush being his boyfriend or some shit like that, right? So let's not make it seem like, okay, he just came in the room on some fuck Brandon did it. You threw the first shot. Like, can we agree? Cause let's take some account.
No. Remember they started the shit about my shorts. That was the first shot.
Nigga,
Dude,
no,
those shorts
no,
is
no,
those
no,
shorts
no.
is all wrong anyway. So you
Hey,
started the
listen,
shorts.
listen,
No,
listen,
no,
person
Those
is not
shorts
the
was
host.
crazy.
Brandon, come on.
Listen,
I watched the whole show.
let the shorts be crazy. But when Suspect came back, I literally clarified what I said so he wouldn't feel like I was trying to talk
That's
shit
not
on
the
him.
point. That you stood on it. But what you the point is you threw the first shot. I'm not saying that you were.
That wasn't a shot at all, though. That was a shot at Lush.
You said he was in a gay relationship. You called another man his
Bro, the dude was calling me gay way before that. What are you talking about? He started the gay talk. Y'all just got selective hearing.
Bro, listen, Brandon, and listen.
That's it.
Even when
That's
I reached
exactly
out to
what
you,
it
Brandon,
is. Hold
even
up.
when I reached out to you, listen,
Hold
Brandon,
up.
when I reached out to
All
you.
right, man.
Hey,
Okay.
hold on.
We're gonna let somebody else talk.
Brandon,
ahead.
how many bitches did this dude call you? How many F-bombs did this dude drop on your ass?
Right.
But
A
before
million.
the shit really got cracking. Hey, in quotes, this dude said, "I will beat your ass," and then immediately started running with a knife, hiding behind another nigga. Come on, man, how are you guys defending this guy? This dude has been out of pocket.
He should have been had his ass whooped
out of pocket for
ages
so
ago.
long. He didn't get into fights with females. He got hands for some niggas and got knives for other people.
Brandon.
Hey, let him finish. Let him finish.
This
Sorry
is
about
terrible. This is despicable. Come on, y'all.
I agree. I agree.
This nigga got hands for some people and got knives for other people, talking about he beat niggas'
Nigga,
ass.
that's how it's supposed to
He
be in
already
real
lost.
life.
That is an admission of defeat.
That's
When
how
you
it
put a
really
weapon out on
is.
somebody talking about
Hey, guys,
and
one
it's
at a
the
time.
It's
I mean,
over.
how
GG,
you gonna
he
hold
lost.
on though?
Gentlemen,
How you gonna spit on somebody and wait until somebody get in the middle before you stand up? Man, that dude is a sucker, man. How could y'all defend that, bro?
Brandon, but Brandon was bigger than both of those niggas combined. He could have went
That
right
don't
to
have
that
nothing to do with
Brandon
it.
would have
Yes,
slammed
it
that
does.
motherfucker
Nigga,
right
what do
through
you
that no
mean?
jumper table.
So wait, hey Brandon.
That's just right. You guys keep getting that shit confused. He's dead wrong. I will say that over and over.
Bro,
again.
you niggas ain't never been in a real fight.
This
Who keep
nigga
saying that shit
Brandon
don't
ain't
matter
no
how
fucking
big this
victim
nigga
though.
is.
That's what I'm trying to say. He is not.
I'm a victim.
No, you're
Hey,
not.
Brandon.
Wait, guys, hold on, guys. Wait a minute, guys. Let Dilly
How he
Dope
not a
go.
victim when he got a knife pulled on him? If you get a knife pulled on you, nigga, you's a victim. What are you talking about here, bro?
He already admitted defeat right there.
Hey,
You pull
I
a blick
watched
out
the
on somebody, you
guys,
essentially
hold on.
saying you can't beat them with your hands. That's it. It's over.
Facts.
It's over. It's over with. The battle, the war is over. Brandon won.
Yo, what do that mean?
I watched
to y'all?
I just watched the ad.
What that mean to y'all when it's
Hey,
They
my
try to
brother,
say
hey, guys, come on, calm down. Let Dilly Dope go. Go ahead, Dilly Dope, and then Mo say the great.
What's good, Brandon? Yeah, nah, man, I see you as just weeding out the garden, honestly, bro. Like, he's taking the show down, like you said before. Like, this whole show used to be based on underground music back in the day,
Bro.
and now it's just a bunch of chaos. He wouldn't even let Bizarre talk. It's like, come on, man. Like, all the disses he was giving you, I wish we could have seen you be his ass, honestly.
Yeah, hey. No, for real, like, and that's what I'm trying to point out to these dudes. Beyond just me, like, this guy is rubbing everybody the wrong way, bro. Like, I feel like I kind of just did these dudes a favor by, like, standing up to him because they feel like this crazy sense of loyalty. And I think there's a little bit of fear there, too, because he tries to present this image like he's just so hard. I'm just like, bro, I just was laughing at the dude.
Nah,
Go
they
ahead,
respect
Mo.
his dad. My bad. They respect his dad. That's why they never say nothing. You know who his dad is, right?
Hell fucking no.
Yeah, his dad is like I'm just saying he's piggybacking off who his father is. He's like a big time gangster over there. That's all he's doing, bro.
Yeah.
No, the problem is he was embarrassed, man. Everybody got the roasting, and once young Aunt Hefe started laughing, he went ballistic. He couldn't take it. He was embarrassed. So the first thing he did, he's like a kid. He like a grown ass kid, man, and he's a direct reflection of what the problem is with the young black men in the community. He's over emotional, pulling out knives. Like, how are you not the victim? Somebody pull out a knife, bro. That don't make no sense.
And if I wasn't there, he would have been trying to bully Lush. He always got whoever's he feels the low dog in the room, he tries to like bully that person.
So Brandon, you are a victim. So you are a victim.
Of course I'm a victim. Go ahead, Mose the Great.
Yeah, that's my question is like, how are you not a victim? If somebody pull a knife on you You just having a civil conversation and somebody pulls a knife on you and stabs you. Are you a victim or are you the victor? No, you the fucking victim because it shouldn't even went there.
Yeah, yeah. This guy. Yeah, I don't know about. Okay, so who was one? Where we got to get one of the YNs back here. Okay,
These niggas be
opposing.
straight dick riding you, bro.
All right, keep going, Natty. What you saying now? Go
All
ahead.
right, so listen. Okay. So
You
first
ain't
and
even
foremost,
say that
I wish
tough,
I
by
could
the
put
way.
this- I wish I could.
You
put
ain't even
this-
say that tough,
I wish I
homie.
could, 'cause the first
I'm trying to be tough on
on
God. I'll slap
Guys,
your
guys,
ass.
let
You
us hear.
slap who?
No,
Nigga, you
don't
on
start
God,
with that
I'll
shit.
slap you.
Natty, you ain't
Nigga,
slapping
you don't even
nobody
live
through
in the
the
same
internet.
state,
You
town,
ain't
city,
slapping
or me. What
nobody
the fuck
across
is you
the
talking
damn
about?
internet.
You
At least make
talking tough,
somebody
bro.
believe you,
Shut the
bro.
fuck up, bro. Come on, my
Make
guy.
somebody
What
believe
the fuck
you.
are you talking about?
Guys,
Believe me, I'm not talking
guys.
tough.
No,
But
not
you're not
you.
gonna slap
Hey,
nothing.
not you.
Brandon.
I'm talking about the little young buddy talking
Oh,
all that
okay, yeah,
shit.
man. Why would
Brandon.
you say?
Yeah.
Hold on, what did I say? Damn, nigga, get
Guys,
off.
calm down, calm down, calm
Y'all
down.
doing backflips on
Natty,
this
just
shit.
go
God
ahead, Natty.
damn.
Go
Hold on,
ahead,
what did I
Natty.
say? That's so crazy. That these
Somebody
niggas
said they was gonna slap somebody. Don't worry
I
about
didn't
it.
say
Keep
that
going.
shit. I didn't tell
Make your
nobody
point,
that.
bro.
All right, anyways, listen, Lego built nigga. All right, fucking, bro. Listen, bro. In the first podcast that you guys had, I could almost put anything on it. You called him a
We
bitch
got another
in the first part,
almighty in the
and I'm
building.
not. Listen, bro. And it sounds like I'm standing up for this nigga, bro, but I'm not, like, at all. I'm just saying you're not a victim. You called him a bitch the first podcast first, so you opened the doors to that. After that, because I remember vividly, you said you're acting like a bitch, or you said something. You said bitch.
I said you act like a bitch from the projects.
Okay, all right. So boom.
But
doors
is that
are
me
open now.
calling him a bitch?
Nigga, come on, bro. Stop. See, that's my point, Brandon. You do shit like that. What's
And
the
then-
difference, bro?
Brandon, was that the first shot that was thrown? I don't
Nigga,
even.
we're talking
I
about
think
the
he
bitch
threw the
words,
first
bro. All these
suspect threw the
55-year-olds
first
are
shot
over
when
here.
he started wilding out over an innocent question. He just he jumped off the boat for no fucking. You know what it was? You know what it was? You're right. He did have some type of complex, and then when the shit like on y'all first meet, I think he started to realize that he started writing a check that his ass couldn't cash. He jumped out the boat too fast, and you can confirm this because I remember on like the follow up no jumper interview the next day, he said something along the lines of, yeah, and when I see him again, I got something for his ass. That right there is saying I've done my research on Brandon, and I'm not as confident as I initially was. And now I'm gonna bring a weapon to the fight, which is what he literally fucking did yesterday.
That's called being smart, you stupid bitch. That's called being smart.
Wait, whoa,
Dumbass, shut the fuck up, man.
Wait.
Hey, we got
Let's
another
not-
almighty in the
I
building,
want to
man.
let you talk.
You ain't got no hands, man. You
Guys, hold on.
You in your purse,
pull out
bro.
a fucking knife when niggas is trying to throw hands.
Guys, hold on. Wait.
This nigga's in his purse,
Wait,
man.
guys, wait a minute.
Sus wasn't gonna respect the
Somebody,
fade.
girlfriend. Wait, who was that? Who just spoke? Because I want to make sure you
Brandon,
talk.
Brandon, gang.
Wait, who is it? Who is it? Hassan?
Nick.
Wait,
No, that
Nick?
wasn't me.
Yeah.
You were saying you was gonna slap somebody?
On God, I'll slap.
Your ass is gonna shut your ass up.
Man,
Go
shut
ahead.
the
All right.
fuck up.
Finally,
Hey,
god damn.
Listen,
Finally,
get him out of
Brandon.
here.
No, welcome to the real
Yeah,
world,
get that
nigga. You
weird
start
ass
talking
nigga
about
up
slap
out of
people, you
here,
get
man. That
deleted.
dude. I don't know
Internet
what's wrong
tough
with
guys,
bro.
bro. That shit
Okay,
crazy.
we're gonna
Yeah,
let
he tripping.
GT Fatu. We're gonna let
He's a
GT Fatu speak.
almighty part 2.
Hey yo, what's up, Chad? What up, Brandon? Hey yo, bro, I just want to just speak my opinion on this. I've been watching No Jumper for a while, right? And ever since when Sus came on, his attitude changed. He was on his high horse. He was bullying everybody, how y'all say. He belittles the one that's like the lowest in the room, right? So boom, he did it with Lush. He did it with Sharp. And then what was the last incident when they were making fun of him because the father they were like, yo, tell his father to fight his battles, blah, blah, blah. Right?
Yeah.
So boom. I ain't glazing no situation, but honestly, I'll give you your flowers because you're knowledgeable, bro. You say everything real, how you put that you put that wood in its place. You were giving them the facts, giving them the views.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Not to go off topic, but Brandon knows his shit. You guys need to listen to him. He ain't no sucker. He knows what he's talking about. So to say this is like, yo, Sus been on that high horse, blah blah blah. Yo, No Jumper's been a toxic fucking company for like the past year, bro. Like everybody need to realize that shit. The way you carry yourself on camera, like on the live, what do you think everybody else in the nation is gonna take you as? If that's what you're carrying yourself, the composure.
Yeah.
You guys are battling amongst yourselves. You guys are battling with fellow employees.
He
That's a toxic environment. Yo, that's a toxic environment, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's
Brandon.
2020. It's 2025. It's 2025, and we need a guy like Brandon to be up there to set a new standard. You know what I mean? Like start a new position and to correcting these dudes, because look at all the domino effect that happened before you got up there. Are you sure you're gonna be comfortable working up there, bro? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, don't let them segue you to failure is what I'm trying to say to you, Brandon.
The thing is, people listen to podcasts to get away from the bullshit at their job. They literally got the earpiece in their ear listening to that, so they ain't choking the motherfucker out their job who getting on their nerves. So why do people want to listen to you have inner work conflict, like inner job conflict? So it's just like, he was an immature person. And the sad part is, when I go to No Jumper, that is not what's going on there. Do you really only have a few cancerous people trying to do that to get clicks and views? Donnie is cool. Josh is cool. Mikey is cool. Everyone is cool. So when you see who's causing the problem, it's just like, bro, you're not gonna bully me. And maybe they believe the hype when he's acting like he's so gangster, but that shit ain't working on me. So
all right, listen, Brandon. Brandon, you might
him
want me
and
to
Sharp
buy in
guy
for
like
this
that
shit.
for real.
You might
wait a minute. It's not your turn. I'm gonna call you for a YN for speaking out of turn. Go ahead, administrator.
Like, the thing is this, even if, let's say this is his persona, this is his thing that he does on No Jumper, you can give the audience the drama and everything without it having to go to actual fighting or having to step outside the job to do it and stuff. This is what gets rappers killed, is they can't make separation. They can't be professionals. They don't know how to do their job and go home and deal with whatever they deal with in their personal life. Y'all could be a thing where y'all feed off each other and y'all give the audience what they want, y'all arguing or whatever, bickering, and y'all go home and that's it. Y'all could even sit down and be like, yo, this is just what we do when we go on No Jumper, right? We just argue, talk our shit, it goes where it goes, and then, there's no hard feelings. We don't need to go and stab each other. Bro is so emotional and just immature that he doesn't know how to make that separation. These people don't know how to work with modern people that are trying to live in a damn society.
Well, they're basically unemployable, and that's
exactly
that's one of the reasons I give Adam a lot of grace, because Adam is hiring people who nobody else will employ.
It's a charity.
So other than if they didn't work there, they would be robbing you.
Go ahead,
Brandon.
Yes.
Brandon, I like seriously, no glazing, but I do want to commend you just for representing an image of just being a very great and strong representation of what I consider a strong, intelligent, and the new elevated black man. You're doing a good job representing all of us, and I think this incident is so polarizing because it literally is it almost is a war or a battle between two different types of black people.
Speak on it.
It's one that you're representing, and it's against the YN or the nigga image that the world constantly stereotypes against us, and Suspect is a textbook example of that. So sometimes, man, you might just have to put belt to ass. Sometimes it may not just be enough to just be the articulate, intelligent type.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that you could squabble. I saw that they was making, I saw that they was Suspect was trying to put you down or roast you for your hoochie daddies that you had on. As soon as I turned on the podcast, the first thing I saw, I was like, man, this dude got his whole squabble fit on.
I swear to God. I swear to God.
As soon as I saw, I'm like, y'all roast this nigga got a get busy fit on right now, man. I see this.
Like, you are, that nigga said something about to go down. Hey, they don't even know about the squabble fit.
You gotta pull an arm ball, Brandon. I thought you was gonna pull an arm ball on him, bro. Like,
hey, for real, bro.
Hey, Brandon, why they try to say that the little security guard pushed you over though?
Nah, the security guard just was like, man, I can't hold you back. Can you please go in the other room?
Hey, you know, some people had a good point if it was relevant to the streets, as far as like where I'm from, like I just saw a comment, hey, I smoke hip hop, you Zoe, yada yada. That's my twin brother, first of all. I speak for myself, and even he is a man, he wouldn't allow that disrespect Suspect was doing. As far as coward dudes ready to crash out, we all seen it. You can't trust them. They can't take a L, scared to get hit, so they pull out a pistol, like Suspect pulled out the knife. But this is a so-called professional work setting.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I gotta say it. What Buddy said, I forgot his name. I love the representation, man. You can be articulate and stand on business too.
Exactly.
Suspect is 30 freaking years old. He got the mindset of a YN, and Buddy articulated it perfect. This is what's going on in the street.
It's a war. It's a war between black men.
All these guys vouching for Suspect is what happens on the streets. Hold on, listen.
We got black men versus niggas. That's what it is. That's what Brandon versus Suspect represents.
Because this is what happens in the streets. They always be selective towards the most ignorant brother. But the brother that's standing on righteousness, they got to make all these scenarios for you, all these cop-outs, and they're the same ones will call you, I hate to say it, pussy, if you ain't handle your business, Brandon. So I salute you.
No, 100%.
Fuck a old-ass nigga with a young nigga mentality. I stand on that.
Hey, he's way too old for that shit, and that's what needs to be called out. And that's really what I look at in the situation. I'm just like, bro, you're not a 19-year-old. You're not a 17-year-old. I actually think there are 19 and 17-year-olds who have more maturity and be more. Bro, I talked to a 14-year-old Mexican kid who got more maturity than Suspect on No Jumper.
Yeah, but that's
I was
you
like,
shouldn't have anger issues.
I said, this is so crazy. But the reality is they have enabled Suspect. They've allowed Suspect to behave like that for years. And so now he's going up against a real man, a real black man, and now he doesn't know how to deal with it. But I want to show y'all this. This is damn near 3 years ago. Suspect was doing the same shit to Flacco. And Flacco, I know Flacco don't like Suspect because he used to literally try to bully Flacco. And I told Flacco, like, bro, you just got, if it was me and this shit happened, I would have just fired on this nigga. But see, Flacco not from here, so he don't got no backup, nobody to have his back. And these wolf tickets, sometimes niggas be buying them. Look, I'm not that guy, bro. I've been in the street with way tougher and harder than you, bro. Like, you ain't intimidated me. But the thing with this guy, over 2 years, 3 years, there has been no growth in this man's life. He actually looks worse now than he looked back then.
That's actually much closer.
What are you talking about?
That's a lot closer.
That's way closer
to the term of endearment the way we're using it. That's
they
a lot
say
closer.
fool all the time.
That
we're
word
not
fool,
saying the ER word.
That word fool has never been used as a derogatory term.
Neither has nigga. The ER has.
No.
What are you talking about? That shit ain't been used in no derogatory term in like 60 years.
Yo,
what are you
if
talking
you
about?
think that NIGGA has never been used as a regulatory term, you is wilding.
I've been around racist white people.
No, you are wilding.
And they've never
No,
hit
that's
me
false.
with the NIGGA trying to
That's
be racist.
grossly false.
They say ER.
That's a gross lie right there. That's a gross lie.
And you've never heard no
That's a gross lie.
Hispanics say my B word as a term of endearment.
That's a
You're
gross
a fucking
lie.
moron.
NIGGA, bro, listen up, right? If you're giving a pass to Hispanics to say that NIGGA, nah, bro, feel me like, bro.
And you ain't even from the fucking streets.
Like,
what are you talking about, nigga?
I'm black though.
Barely. The fuck
I'm black
are you
though.
talking about, nigga? Like,
I'm
what are
black
you saying?
though.
You a nigga who you didn't even
If you're
grow
giving
up
a
with
pass to
niggas.
other races to that
You
word,
didn't even grow up with
that's
niggas.
wrong though.
The fuck you barely get the pass. The only reason you get to
I'm
say
black
it is because
though.
you black. You didn't even
I'm
grow
black
up
though.
with us.
I'm black
He get
though.
more of a pass for him to say it than you do.
I was gonna say, so what
And
type
that's
of people,
wild.
what type of people did you grow up with? White people?
Both.
Oh.
White, Hispanics, black, Native Americans, both, right? But again,
But
bro,
they weren't on some street shit though, like the way we speak.
it doesn't matter,
At all.
right? Again, right? I would never get a pass for saying any one of those words. So please, I just don't think that any other race should be saying.
I totally feel it.
Saying the nigga word.
So Flacco's standing on business, bro. A suspect is trying to do what he does best, which is selective politicking. The Mexican, he accepted it. He said, all right, no, I feel you. I get you. If one black man got an issue with something and another black man don't got an issue with it, just stay out of the conversation. Let bro explain himself to the Mexican dude. and they'll come to a understanding.
Look how hard he think he is. Look how hard he think he is, bro.
Flacco
Look at
should
today.
elbow
Look how hard he
this
think
is
he
back
is,
when he was
bro.
on drugs. Yeah, but let me play the rest of this shit.
I see what he's trying to say. He's saying,
them, meaning,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Meaning, right? The word fool cannot be an equal exchange for nigga.
Right.
No.
I got best friends who done passed away that was Latinos that I was in the streets with, that I
One of my
thugged
best
with
friends
every
that
day.
passed away tattooed on me as a black
Every
man. So I
day.
concur.
Ain't no
Yeah,
taco
you
good
can't-
enough to get the N-word pass, bro.
Man, you don't even understand it. You're a fucking
I'm sorry, bro.
Next topic. This nigga's a clown. This nigga's
I'm sorry, bro.
Before we move on,
I'm a real one, bro.
No, you're not.
Bro.
Well, real one where?
Bro.
You just lied about where you was.
But the thing is, Flacco is a good podcaster. This is interesting. Okay, let's see how this play out. Suspect always has to retreat into the emotional. He don't really he's not really experienced. I don't think bro ever been out the country or nothing like that. He's a LA baby who has no real world experience. And so he only can go based on how he feels. Flacco is breaking it down on like a more intellectual level. Suspect can't really debate with him on that level. So it turns into, you ain't real. You this, you that. Like, bro, who cares about real or fake? We talking about whether the word fool equates to using the word nigga. And so, but what he does is here he's going to just resort to pure bullying.
Real one, bro.
Camera a month ago.
How I lied, though?
Fucking real one. The fuck
How I
out
lied,
of here.
though?
You ain't no fucking real one. Nigga, you's a clown.
How I lied? I'm not a
Fuck
clown,
outta
bro.
here,
Feel me?
nigga. You
But
ain't no
you're
real one.
emotional right now
You ain't
and
no
angry
real
as
one.
fuck.
You ain't no real one.
Why are you emotional as fuck
Nigga,
right now,
You
though?
ain't no real one. You're a clown.
But why are you emotional
I'm
right now, though?
passionate. Nigga,
Emotional
I'm
as fuck, though.
passionate.
No.
Nigga,
Passionate is
I'm
talking loud
passionate
and
in what
explaining
I
your
feel.
point, though.
I'm passionate
No,
in what
bro,
I
niggas
feel.
clowns is
I
emotional, my
passionately
nigga.
feel like you're a clown.
Nah, bro. Again,
I
it's
passionately
emotional
feel like you're a
shit, bro.
clown.
You feel me?
I
It's emotional
passionately
shit,
feel
bro.
like you're a clown.
Again, bro,
I passionately
it's
feel
pure
like you're a
emotional
clown.
shit, my nigga. Like,
I
you too
passionately
grown
feel
for this,
like
my
you're a
nigga.
clown.
You too grown
I
for this,
passionately
bro.
feel like you're a clown.
You're
You're
too
too
grown to
grown
act
to
like
come
this, though,
outside
bro.
with your fucking toes out.
Again, bro. You're too grown to be acting
You're
like
too
this,
grown
bro.
to come out here
You
with
feel me, bro?
sandals and your toes out.
Bro, it don't matter, bro.
So can't argue the point, so has to deflect to personal attacks. Flacco is like, you're emotional. I'm passionate. But the problem is this video is 3 years old. That's my biggest gripe with this. 3 years. You still haven't stepped your game up as a podcaster. So you just occupying a spot. Like you're just taking up a spot and not growing at all. And then brags, I'm one of the originals here. Okay, but what have you built with all this time you've been sitting up under Adam's nuts?
Bro, he the male Amanda Seals.
Man, he worse than Amanda. At least she talented.
Talking about his anger is passion, man. Throw the whole nigga away, man.
Brandon, I personally listen. All right, Brandon, I personally I'm gonna be real. I feel like you might be the wisest one or one of the wisest ones to ever be put as a host on No Jumper. So it's pretty confusing to me how you don't understand that, especially younger niggas. Now I'm not even just saying it's wrong or right, but I live by this rule too, bro.
Dude, shut up.
All right, this nigga's still doing tricks on this nigga's dick. But listen, bro. If I'm wrong and the nigga's bigger than me, right? If I'm wrong and the nigga's bigger than me, I'll go head up with him, no issue, right? Okay. Now, if I'm right and the nigga's bigger than me, I'm not about to risk being wrong. I'm not about to risk being right and getting beat up. You get what I'm saying? I'm just being real. That's how a lot of younger and smaller niggas think if they're dealing with somebody bigger than them.
That's the same thing. That's the same shit that Carmelo Anthony probably did, and look where it landed his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
because niggas scared to use their hands.
Nah, that's not the
that
point.
That shit
bro.
is weak.
That's
it
not
is
the
weak.
Point. And we're gonna
it's
be
weakness.
real, bro. Listen. Okay,
hey, yo, Brandon, do you think he wanted to start conflict with you to try to get you out the way?
Yes.
Like how he did it
I
with
know
the other ones? Because
I know for a fact.
Bro, Suspect felt like something needed to happen, bro. That's all that it was. I don't think
because he got away with it. He was already getting too comfortable. Look at the last 2 strikes he had. He got away with it.
So Brandon, so this in the past, however they've been beefing, Brandon ain't do nothing questionable. Brandon ain't did nothing wrong. Brandon has nothing to fix. Is that what we're saying?
That's not
not the point, bro. The point is, bro, the point is that
no reason.
Bro, the point is that they're on a show. You don't have to go to violence. They're on a show. show.
Be professional, man. You like it's like all that hollering and woofing and all that. That shit is like so unnecessary. Like for how he was behaving and reacting, man, it was just so.
But even if it was like that, where they arguing and stuff like that, like it still don't need to go to violence. We're doing a show, bro. Like if you pulled out that knife and stabbed him, you incriminated yourself on camera. You just stupid.
Yeah, but I'm not. That's wrong. I get.
Oh, because he called me a bitch.
This whole thing started from a misunderstanding.
Show. You overshadowed him
Hold on.
intellectually, and he never forgot that.
This whole thing.
Look at this, guys. So when we first had our incident and everything calmed down, I schooled the fuck out of him and his friend and that other dummy in the debate space. So he knew I can't beat him debating. So I had to try to bait him into doing something that will get him uninvited to No Jumper. Here's the thing. They did that shit with DW Flame. They did that shit with a few niggas from Long Beach, and it worked because them niggas was trying to lead with their gangster. Me, I wasn't leading with that. I was leading with my intellect. So they don't know how to get rid of you when you're leading with your intellect. So he tried to try to bait me into doing something, and it didn't work. So that pissed him off because basically I took a little bit of his time on No Jumper, that Tuesday 4 p.m. show. I was on that all the time. So we know this play, and they all feel threatened by people smarter than them because suspect them were never the ones carrying No Jumper. It was like AD, T-Rail, Pun, all them dudes, or I don't know if Pun was up there, but AD and them was the ones really carrying that shit. Brick Baby, people like that. Crip Mac, all that. Once they left, I know Adam was like, man, I got a bunch of dudes who can't even carry shit. Then when Brick Baby then went to jail, it was even worse. So now they're just all feeling insecure.
Let me just say this one time. Hold on. Let me say this.
What did Brick Baby do best? Since he was such a great, right? Like you're just saying shit you don't even believe. Okay, you don't even believe that Brick Baby was a great host. So why are you even?
Who, me?
You're saying? Yeah.
No, I know Brick Baby was not a great host, but
So
what
what the fuck are you saying?
Man, you gonna have to calm down.
So what are you saying? You don't.
Okay, I'm telling you
what
if you stop interrupting me, asking me the same question 3 times, I'm gonna tell you what I'm saying. I don't think Brick Baby was a great host, but what Brick Baby had was popularity in the streets. Brick Baby bringing 1,000 people soon as he gone live because so many people in LA know that nigga. Like I didn't really even know how big of a figure in LA Brick Baby was until
Brick Baby was doing the same thing Sus was doing, throwing rocks and hiding his hand.
That's what Brand is doing right now.
But see, but here's the thing. No, I don't hide anything. But let me tell you, this is the thing. Brick Baby actually got street credibility. Niggas have been around.
When he got into it with DW Fang, this my brother right here. Me and my brother gonna always be homies. Woo 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 woo. When him and DW, when he got choked up by P Nice, you know he throw rocks and then hide his hand just like Sus do. You got to understand when the ER thing happened. Brandon was trying his hardest to deflect the situation. Like, you know what, bro? It was a misunderstanding. You know, let's just move on with the podcast. But Sus was turned so much that he pretty much was begging for a fight. And now people are here defending him because he almost got his ass whooped.
I agree.
I'm sorry.
I agree.
Now you defending him because he almost got beat up. It's come on, it's crazy. He begging for a fight. He called Brandon out his name for weeks. From the last podcast until yesterday, every time he was on the show, he was calling Brandon. A dude is a B. He's a B. He's gay. He's this. He's that. Woo, woo, woo. But now that they're face to face, and now Brandon like, what's happening, nigga? I'm sorry. What's happening, brother? You is that? And it was about to go down, and then he did what he did to deflect, hide behind a security guard. Now we supposed to feel sorry for him. Come on, man. If he didn't want to fight, he shouldn't.
The way he argues is repetitive. It's like, you know what I mean? Like he says the same thing over and over and over and over and over.
Talking points. He has nothing.
He couldn't. Exactly. Look at your pants. And then, he just kept yelling. And every time Brandon, that's how you know Brandon was really killing him because like that dude is just slow. He couldn't even process enough to argue with this guy in a legitimate manner. He can only say one phrase and repeat it 10 times. until he can think of something else.
Yeah,
He
I
was
mean,
trying to.
okay, this
He was trying to
conversation,
take Wax ego. That's what Sus was
this
doing.
conversation could be about how wrong Suspect is, which he's wrong. Like that'll never be what he did will never be justified like that. But all I am trying to say is Brandon has some fault in this too. That's all I am saying.
All I'm trying to tell you is this: there is nothing that was done or said that warranted what Suspect did. All that bringing a weapon and all that, bro. Grow up. We're in the real world. We know y'all think
Brandon,
we're Wyatt.
Brandon, after
Listen,
the last podcast, he went on a different one and said I spared him this and this and that. Right?
No, I didn't say that. I never said that. Viral Way put that as a title and said, "Did you spare him?" And then I said, "I'm gonna tell you what I was thinking when I was there." I didn't say I spared him and I could have whooped his ass. I didn't say
what
nothing.
did you say? And what did you say? And what did you
What?
say? What you were thinking? And what did you say?
I was just thinking like if bro come near me or try to put his hands on me, I was gonna beat his ass.
That's what you said on the show.
That's exactly what I said. I wasn't even on there like, oh, he's a bitch and all that.
I'm not. I didn't say you said that. I did not say you said that. But you did say you'll fuck him up. You said that multiple times.
If that dude would have came close to me, he would have got fucked up, bro. What you talking about?
This dude is a child, bro. Like,
Listen, bro. What
Right, and you talking about throwing. I'm trying to go back to the point of throwing rocks and hiding your hand. If I
bro,
said,
it's a show. Yes, they were throwing rocks.
no,
but who was hiding their hand though?
I'm talking about the hiding hand part. I'm saying, Brandon, if I say
Bro,
this about
dumb,
you, right? If I said this about you, Brandon, if I was like, oh, Brandon acts like a bitch from the project.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but I never called Brandon a bitch though. Nigga, I'm
okay, so if you said Brandon, listen, if you said Brandon acts like a bitch from the projects, I wouldn't even respond to that. Okay.
Yeah, you don't gotta jump out for no shit like that. Like why do you have to jump out for that?
Oh my lord! I'm just talking.
Let him get his words out.
I'm talking about you throwing rocks and hiding your hand. That's my only point.
Well, how am I hiding my hand though?
Because you were the first person to use the word bitch, and now you're saying because I said he acts like one from the project.
It doesn't matter if you say bitch.
Hold on. The first person, listen, let me tell you something. When a man is yelling at you, trying to overtalk you, saying all this shit, insinuating like he might try to do something, that alone is disrespect. Don't no man sit up and scream at another man and won't let the other man say nothing, especially when we're in a professional setting with a job to do. So when I say you are acting like a bitch from the projects, that is literally how that man was acting. Like a mindless baby mama, mad because her baby daddy won't send her money after he sent their child support. If that's how you act, bro, that's how you act. But also, when he called me a bitch, I didn't overreact to that. So I'm never going to expect a man to do something I wouldn't do. So if I call you a bitch and you don't trip out, if you call me a bitch, I'm not going to trip out.
Yes, so he was saying worse than that, though.
Everybody has to shut up. We got a first-time guest. I mean, long-time viewer, but first-time caller. Go ahead, bro.
Oh man, what's up, man? I'm just tapping in, man. Get my little 2 cents. Shit, man. It's a lot of motherfuckers whooping on here. Some people got their mind right, but I know the bro. You feel me? Like Suspect. You feel me? He didn't have a chance. Bro would have got tossed. You feel me? Like broke down. You feel me? Like strategically. Like bro. Like oh boy was just wolfing, motherfucker. So that's what happens. You feel me? When you hold motherfucking feet to the fire, bro. Like Brandon, you feel me? To me, showed a lot of composure. Younger Brandon would have mixed him a long time ago. You feel me? But it's like, bro, people really don't know the bro. And bro out here bench pressing 500 pounds. You feel me? Like, and really know how to throw them. And know, you feel me? Like martial arts, bro. Like, bro, yeah, that y'all wanted Suspect. Suspect was gonna get hurt, bro. I've been in the comments like, bro, Suspect, you know a mark when you know a mark, bro, when you see him, bro.
We've been dealing with him our whole life.
Bro, we know him, bro, and he grade A, Mark. He ain't got no hands, no coordination, no nothing, and he's smoking all the time. You feel me? Like, bro, Brandon probably would have, I don't say, you feel me? Brandon probably would have, he would have never been the same, bro. You feel me? So you exercise a lot of, you feel me? Like a lot of composure, bro. Like, and patience and all that, bro. Like, it was good, you feel me? Content, you feel me? Because it was like, I mean, it was messy shit, you feel me? But it's like, all right, you feel me? Y'all just going back and forth, shooting jokes, yada yada, cool. But when somebody pull out, you feel me, pull out a knife or a blit or something, it can't never go back that way. So you gotta keep your eye on the scary motherfucker though, you feel me? Like,
Right.
so
100%.
that's all, you feel me? I want bro to be safe, you feel me? And you feel me, never underestimate a motherfucker, you feel me? But bro already
Right.
know, you feel me? Already know, bro, you feel me? We didn't talk, but it's like, bro. This for everybody, bro. Don't underestimate a motherfucker, bro.
Bro, we went to
Especially
high
he done
we went
lost
to
his
high
job,
school and
bro.
shit together. So
On God, bro.
like that's what I'm telling you. The number one
Bro.
thing I'm getting in my inbox, they like, bro, everyone is like, bro, I'm so proud of you because the old me, I was quick tempered. Like
It
I'll
would have
be
been up,
hopping
bro.
on niggas. Like
Would have been up,
so
bro.
now I'm older and I'm more relaxed. So even the homie mom was like, I saw that video. I was so proud of you, Tuck. Like people know me, call me Tuck. They're like, I was so proud of you, like, because you could have just there. And I was just like, yeah, but I gotta be, you gotta be different. Like, nigga might try to get on, Fox News or some shit one day. But that's the whole thing. These younger dudes don't understand. The same way y'all used to be, we were that way.
Bro.
But we growing and we learning as we get older.
Bro, suspect ain't have a chance, bro. It would have been Brandon would have been in jail, bro, for some whole other shit, bro.
Yeah.
If he would have got his hands on him, bro, it would have
I
been
think
bad,
that
bro.
I think that suspect's wrong, and I also think that Brandon could have got through that security guard if he really, really wanted to do something. That's just me personally.
The way suspect was talking, he was acting like he can't lose.
Well, here's the thing. Let me ask you this. Let me put this in your pipe. So this person has a knife. You're gonna wrestle through a security guard as a nigga that's highly emotional tries to stab you. You would have ran up and tried to do all that?
No, you did exactly what you were supposed to do. But I'm just saying
No,
the way
I'm asking the
suspect.
young YN. I'm asking Natty.
Before the knife got pulled out, you could have put your hands on him.
Bro, how do you know when the knife got pulled out?
Before the knife got pulled out, you could have put your hands on him.
At what point was before the knife got pulled out? I jumped up, suspect retreated into the corner and pulled the knife out. You can see that on the video.
Hey, bro, everybody always want to say what they would have did, bro.
These niggas
In this case, it was smart not to. In this case, it was smart not to roll up on him because he had a knife. This is why you gotta be mature. This is why you gotta be measured.
Brandon,
wait a minute.
Make it clear. That nigga
Wait, let me ask Natty. So you was gonna be Warren Sapp. You was gonna swim technique the security and get the suspect without getting poked up.
No. What I'm saying is, from the way you're at, say first and foremost, suspect has. I mean, me and you could understand the niggas lingo, right? He made it pretty clear that it wasn't gonna be hand-to-hand combat, right? Like he made that. You understood that, right?
Yes, I understood that. Yeah, I understood that.
Okay, all right. So to continue, like at that point, I would either have not have showed up. One of you two. I'm saying that you guys both have something to do with it. What I'm saying is I either would not have showed up. I either would have nigga known that if I call it, like if any type of argument could lead to this. So you clearly was like fuck.
So let me ask you. So you a scary ass nigga while simultaneously talking about what the next nigga could have did in a fight.
Nigga, if I know I'm not gonna bring a knife, I know I'm not gonna bring no heat to no fucking podcast. Nigga, what the fuck am I gonna do?
But everybody was getting wanded down, so there was supposed to be no weapons in the building.
That nigga told you but he basically said I have a weapon on me.
He was saying outside. Come follow me outside.
No. Basically, he said I work. You remember he said I work here. They didn't really want me down. Like, you remember he said that? You don't remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said that.
Okay,
but they did wind that nigga down though.
All right, but off the muscle, you should have, bro. Brandon, I don't know you from a can of paint, but I'm kind of talking to you like what your homie would have said to you. You get what I'm trying to say? Like, nigga, like, bro, you know this nigga ain't gonna fight you. You know what I mean? Like, you know he's not gonna fight you, nigga.
All his homies are saying something else.
But based on what we talked about before this, it was supposed to just be a podcast, bro. It was supposed to be like a peaceful moment. Let's all sit down. Let's have a podcast. No issues. Adam is out of town. All that. So why wouldn't I show up to that? Like,
can I ask a question?
Really?
Can I ask a question?
Okay, go ahead. The nigga was about to say something. Go ahead.
Brandon, Flacco had announced today that you guys are gonna be doing a podcast tomorrow. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, and tomorrow suspect is gonna be in his dad's basement crying. So my question is, who won based on that?
Who won in this situation? Oh yeah, bro lost in the long he lost. He didn't win nothing. He didn't even win none of the battles. He
Okay,
lost
then.
everything.
So with that being said, I think you did exactly what you were supposed to do, Brandon. You won.
The reasons don't matter. Only the results. The reasons
Because
don't matter.
YNs need to learn self-control. Natty.
That's what's
Natty.
crazy too,
But wait, Natty. So how did I lose?
Nigga, you got spit on. What the fuck are we talking about? And a knife pulled out on you, nigga. What are you talking about? You couldn't do what you wanted to do.
Okay, so wait.
How did he lose
Wait a
control?
minute. Wait. Do
You
you have
see
a
the
job,
double
Natty?
standards?
Natty, do you have a job?
No.
There,
Oh,
there's that
you
answer.
can tell, bro. That's what
But
makes it
unemployed?
Now
we know. That's the thing. Like, I got more money than all you niggas, though.
No, that's okay. We're not saying that.
So
You
no,
don't have any type of responsibility or
Okay.
Yo, let me
accountability.
show him my change. You want me to
Let
flex
me
my
say
money?
this.
Don't buy common sense.
Wait, let me say this. Let me say this real quick. Look, okay, so you got all your money, right? Some random dude walk up to you, bro, spit on you, bro, spit on you, bro. You run up to the nigga, he pull a knife out. What you gonna do?
Yeah, because suspect just spit on you.
What are you gonna do? I'm asking you a simple question. What are you going to do if someone spits on you as you running up to do something, bro? Pull out a big ass shank. What you gonna do?
He gonna run. That's what he gonna do.
No,
I'm asking the brother
I'm trying to
sincerely.
figure out how to answer this question without saying nothing crazy. But
You ain't got that much time to think, bro. It's happening right now.
Here's your only two options.
I know. Shut up. Hold on. I'm talking about. First of all, I know my answer. I'm just trying.
What's your answer?
It wouldn't have. It wouldn't. That nigga would have been dumb to bring a knife to a fight. That's what.
That's not an answer. That's not an answer.
Because you can't even answer the question honestly, bro. Just be real.
Hold on, guys. So here's the issue. So he spits on you. You go to charge him. He pulls out a knife. So you're gonna do one, kill him, and spend the rest of your life in prison with a gun.
That's
self-defense. Or two, wait, no, that's not self-defense. You don't know what you're talking about. If someone's, didn't we just learn this from Carmelo Anthony? The force has to be proportionate. You can't kill someone for spitting on you.
Well, what you did was illegal then yesterday.
What I'm telling you is,
what you did was illegal. So you
If he would have rushed Brandon with the knife, Brandon could have legally fucking destroyed him. But listen, it's more of a liability, bro. Natty, you not understanding, bro. He's trying to do his job, live his livelihood. You think he's gonna crash out for sus?
But wait, Brandon, you see how all that righteous talk about
Nah, you see, that's the thing with you young cats. You want to crash out. You want the worst to happen.
No, but you see how he tried to be righteous and was so quick to say, Brandon, you got spit on. That's why, Brandon, I say salute. You check that.
Brandon's a bigger man for not beating his ass on the camera.
He checked him without putting a hand on him. You checked his ass.
Natty, how old are you, bro?
Or what if I would have did this, Natty?
Yeah.
No. Okay.
That's your answer right there.
Bro, you still got some.
Wait, Natty. So let me.
You don't know nothing.
You got
You don't know
some
shit.
to do, bro.
That's your answer right there.
Let me say this real quick. So if I would have went to my car, got my gun out the trunk, went back in no jumper and killed the nigga, to you that would have been justified for him spitting on me.
Hello.
I'm asking you a question, Natty. If I would have went to my car, got my gun out, went in and killed suspect, that would have been
do. Shut up. See,
I want to ask you this question.
Okay,
if I would have went in and killed him after he spit on me, that would have been justifiable to you.
I'm not gonna tell you. I mean, if a nigga.
No, I'm just asking a simple question.
Bro, if a nigga spit on you, bro, you can do whatever the fuck you want. That's all.
Yeah, that's the way. Yeah, whoa, this nigga crazy. All right, well, you keep walking.
You young and you wild.
You walk around and keep thinking that,
bro. Hey,
definitely not on camera, Brandon.
Hey, I
not on camera. Not on camera.
If all of us asked Brandon before this happened, what would you do if suspect spit on you and pulled out a knife? What would you do? I guarantee you, Brandon would not have said, "I would have just walked out."
If you would have said and he pulled out a knife, I would have been like, "Hey, if I didn't have a knife, I would have just walked off."
Right, you keep injecting the knife as if he's supposed to still charge at him. Bro, Natty, it's more of a liability.
Hey,
Tell him.
They the same niggas that was cheerleading 16 shot him for spitting on Flacco. You can't listen to these young niggas, Brandon. You can't.
No, like when
like when the
dude spit on Aaron the plumber, and they was like, he should have got cracking. Oh yeah, with all these hood niggas that's from the same hood as that nigga around, Aaron the Problem would have got killed. But these dudes are cowards. These are the type of dudes that see niggas they age and they cross the street like, I'm not trying to. That's what this is. It's internet keyboard warrior.
Well, they don't have
Brandon.
situational awareness. They don't have
Brandon, you're trying to
situational
make it
awareness.
seem like,
So
listen, you guys are trying to make it seem like I'm standing up for Sus. Sus was wrong for what he did. You're just not a victim, Brody. That's my only point. I'm gonna keep saying that, Cuddy.
Bro, he's not a victim, obviously.
Different things that you did to egg it on. You know what I
Right,
mean?
bro, Daddy, you're not understanding that. No one's saying he's a victim.
You're not looking at the big picture.
But when did I say I was a victim? That's my question. When
Lord
did I
have
ever say I was
this
a victim?
nigga did not say I'm a victim on this call.
He's
That
being
was a joke.
sarcastic.
That was a joke, bro. Stop.
Yeah, you need to grow up, bro.
That was a joke.
You need to get off this nigga's dick. God,
Natty.
this nigga, that light skinned nigga
Natty.
with the backpack.
Natty,
Bro,
do
the
you have
coldest
any-
part.
Natty,
God,
I know you said you get more money than everybody in this chat room.
Yeah,
I'm
you
curious.
did.
I'm not even trying to dispute that. I don't know. Maybe you do. You probably do. Do you have any
Man,
like
that's young nigga cap.
responsibilities?
He
Hold
ain't
on.
getting no
You
money.
23. Do you have any type of like
Can y'all
major
hear me?
responsibilities or obligations in your life that you have to adhere to on a daily
Yeah,
basis?
paying for what I live, paying for where I live, paying for helping pay for my little brother's school. What else?
Bro got
Do you
roommate.
have people that are solely dependent on you?
I don't have a roommate. That's probably you though. But
Do you?
No,
No,
never.
I don't have a
that's my
roommate.
point. Like,
I'm not even trying to argue with you. I don't have a roommate. Do you have children? Do you have a family?
No, I have a family. I don't got no children though.
Okay. Do
You
you
don't
think that your
understand the
parents-
livelihood.
Do you think that your parents would condone this type of shit that you're saying right now? The crash out behavior that you talking about? Did your parents raise you like
That's not
this?
what I'm saying. Okay. I get what I can understand why you would think I'm telling this nigga to crash or something. What I'm saying is, if you're not about to take it to the extreme that the other person's gonna take it, don't egg it on. That's what I'm saying. If you have a
How was you
feeling that
supposed to
that
know
nigga's
he
gonna
got
bring
a
a
knife,
weapon
bro?
and this and this, don't egg it on if you're not gonna match that energy. If
Yo,
you know
y'all
that
can hear
this
me?
nigga, that's my only point.
Hold on.
Bro,
All
but the
right,
thing
guys.
is,
Listen. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, this is not y'all first show together. Y'all have a dynamic now on the show. So it doesn't need to get to fighting. They can do this dynamic that they have and understand that this is their dynamic. This is what you're not understanding right now. Like, this ain't the streets, bro. If they were on the streets already at the park or something and dudes spit on him before the knife came out, yeah, Brandon probably would have already been lunging, ready to knock him out.
Yeah.
It's just things are different, man. Like,
But
you gotta,
weren't they talking about linking up? And wasn't suspect kind of like hinting at, you know what I mean? DMing
like, but the
come out,
dude,
meet me
we
here.
gotta
Like,
understand this guy
I
is
don't even think them niggas should have been in the same room.
this guy is not worth it. He's the type that you'll beat the snot out of him and then you'll feel sorry for him afterwards.
Or you don't know what he's. Listen, if Sus left first, who knows if that nigga would have been so emotionally hurt, he would have went and tried to get a gun out his car.
Right.
You know, so you got to be. It's called situational awareness. You guys don't have that. But here's the thing too. When he first went in his pocket, I thought the nigga was gonna pull out a gun. So that's what really made me kind of like, oh, wait a minute, let me see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all just on some like, if you wasn't ready to do this, the reality was I was ready to do whatever I had to do at that moment, whether that was whoop the nigga out or walk away from the situation.
So
See, being ready.
the nigga with the nigga that just said that. So you would feel sorry for a nigga that spit on you,
Bro, I've been spit on in 4th grade. I beat the shit out of that dude.
and you didn't feel bad for him, right?
Hey yo,
A little bit, actually, yeah, because bro is just
you're nicer than most. I'll tell you that.
Let me get these super chats.
maybe so.
Let me get these super chats. Brandon, let me talk though. Send the link. Okay. Well, we're about to close out, so we're doing the lightning round right now. I'm gonna read this last super chat. Then everybody's gonna have 30 seconds to drop their final thought, and then we out of here because I actually gotta go link up with the viral way. So
I just want
if
to
y'all
ask
wanna,
one question. Yo,
go ahead.
I'm saying after all this, I just want to know, like, do you still want to like catch a fade with him? Like personally, because he spit on you and did that. Like, do you want to still handle that situation?
Sure,
Celebrity boxing.
And then another question is,
Wouldn't that hurt your lawsuit though?
Another question is,
What lawsuit?
I'm trolling.
Another question though is like, why is it so hard for niggas just to catch a fade? I don't understand that. I'm from
Cause this nigga's a black belt. What do you niggas ain't understanding?
Bruh,
I'm not
bruh, ain't
fighting
nobody,
this nigga
hey,
too.
bruh, ain't nobody trying to hear all that. I'm just saying, two niggas want to catch a fade. Why is it so hard? Why, like, I'm from Cleveland, bruh. If niggas
And
want to
here's the
catch a
thing,
fade,
though. You can't pop it with everybody. You don't know
Cleveland niggas
who's
just fighting
doing
black
what.
belts out here, huh?
Brandon, I got a question. I got a question for you.
What?
Is there any way? And I'm curious. This is actually for the whole chat. Do you think that it is possible? Like, is there any reality that exists where one man that has spit on another man? Is there any reality that exists where those two men can come back and make peace with each other? So, is there any way?
Fuck no.
No right or wrong answers to this. I'm just curious.
Siblings only. Only siblings.
nah, not even. Not
Even then it's tricky, but you're right. You're right, but it's tricky.
Could ever make amends? Like, you think that exists, or do you think it's just up?
I mean,
forever from now on?
I think if there's money involved, niggas can work out anything.
Golly, bro.
If there's money involved, hey, listen, they not asking y'all. He's asking me.
He asked the whole chat. He said,
"No, he didn't."
Yeah,
no,
he
yes,
did.
I did.
That's what
Okay, that's cool.
It was directed. It was specifically for Brandon, but I was kind of curious about the whole chat.
Let me read this super chat. In the black community, we tell women to have accountability for everything, but make excuses for everything the men do. W. Brandon, suspect lost his job trying to act like he was tough. And it's really not as deep as people are trying to make it seem. Thank you, Global Warning. I want to show you guys this right here. Suspect had every opportunity to settle this. This is me, a message to Suspect. He was talking shit about my only request was, bro, if you're not trying to fight, please stop bringing me up on every episode where I'm not there talking about how you gonna beat my ass and all this stuff. That was the issue. He was using me for content, and that's okay. But stop trying to make it seem like you're gonna beat my ass. So he was like, nah, get at me directly in the DMs. Woo, woo, woo. So I said, okay, cool. Messaged him. I said, let's go ahead and get this over with. Name the place and time. Or meet me on Saturday at 1 p.m. here. Gave him the address to my jiu-jitsu gym. No cameras. Cameras or no cameras. You decide. I'm ready. Let's go. This nigga said, meet me on Crenshaw and Jefferson Burger King parking lot. Fuck yo, Addy. I said, fuck you. Name the time, bitch. Saturday, I'll be there.
And see, and you're the victim, huh?
No, but what I'm telling you, listen,
be there.
But what I'm telling you is, when he said, meet me at this place, I said, name the time. Saturday, I'll be there. If the nigga really wanted to catch a fade, all he had to do was give me a time.
Even in the text, old boy speak real spicy, bro. He speak real spicy even in the text message.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, go ahead.
He said, I'll be there in an hour. You don't get to pick the shit.
But he sent that hours later, nigga. Look. I messaged him.
I'm not saying you were scared.
Hold on.
Saying,
no, it ain't about scared. Listen, that was at 1:36 p.m. Bro responded with this bullshit at 2:33. An hour later, nigga, I'm at work. I ain't got time to
afford the Uber.
I can't go from Newport Harbor to freaking South Central LA in an hour. That's like a 2-hour drive with traffic. The point I'm making is this. I said, you chose, so you didn't want my location. You chose your location. If we're going to meet in your location, you could have brought your daddy, your cousins, your homies, all that. Did I say no because you going to try to do this? I said, fuck you. Name the time, bitch. I'll be there.
Brandon's like, I'm ready. Let's go.
Nigga, I didn't give a fuck. So listen, bro,
they funny as fuck.
They could have waited for me to pop up. Bro. Listen, he could have waited. He literally could have waited. I could have
rolling.
Hey, can you shut up for a second? Listen, the nigga literally could have set me up right here to get jumped or whatever, and I still was gonna go there. I was still gonna show up. So at this point, when a nigga agrees to come to where you
so why didn't you? Why didn't you though?
Because now let's go to the bottom part. Because he said, I'll be there in an hour. You don't get to pick shit, pussy. The nigga didn't really want to fight. You want me to get from... Bro, I said, you a bitch, bro. Just like I thought. Just shut up about fighting, bro. You a pussy. I agreed to all your stipulations. You keep dodging. You want to do something, take off on me when you see me. I called you a bitch, called you Antoine Dotson, said Lush is your dad. You got all the motivation. Move something or shut the fuck up. That's where it should have ended.
Sheesh.
So here's what I'm telling you. So even me saying he's a bitch in that moment, bro, I called you a bitch many of times, privately and publicly. So we know that you're just trying to keep moving the goalposts. Oh, it's not this, it's this. Oh, it's not that, it's this. Bro, that ain't a nigga who want to get down. That's a nigga who want to keep wasting the nigga time.
Bro, I ain't meet nobody on Crenshaw.
And y'all, and with all those messages, y'all should have been able to podcast, civilly, right?
If Crenshaw's where a nigga need to get whooped out, that's where a nigga need to get whooped out.
All those messages, you guys should have been able to podcast civilly, right?
Because after that, the whole shit should have been squashed. Once we settle it that he don't really want to fight, fighting should no longer be mentioned.
He did not say he did not.
We could crack, bro. Right. Listen, the man said when a nigga tell you give him a time, this is the day he could do it, and you don't give him a time, and he agrees. Look,
he told you an hour. Isn't that?
Wait a minute, Goofy. If you get to pick the location, I get to pick the time. If I get to pick the time, you get to pick the location, and vice versa. Bro, I gave a location. He didn't want that location, so I said you pick the location. And I already stipulated Saturday. I'll be there. Just give me a time. Because he didn't want to come to my location on Saturday.
Because he has to be hyped up in the moment because he's emotional. He got to be hyped up. He can't wait. He's not going to be mad enough on Saturday.
Or he unfortunately crash outs. Crash outs. Sorry, go ahead, brother.
Listen, bro. If I come up there, right, you could have brought 100 niggas up there. I still was gonna come. So once I put myself in a position where you could pack me out. If you don't agree to that, there ain't no better odds, bro. There's no better odds than that to win. Because you could be like, look, I'm going to mix it up with the nigga. If he start getting me, break the shit up. Or if he start getting me, pack the nigga out. That's a win. Automatic.
No, continue.
Brandon, make sure you carry your pistol with you because unfortunately, crash outs like Suspect always got cheerleaders trying to defend them. These low-level niggas always love niggas like Suspect. I promise you, Natty, you a crash out. You a crash out lover, bro.
Let's do the final thoughts, bro. Let's do the final thoughts, guys.
I keep repeating. How'd you even?
Okay, wait. You're gonna get 30. Wait a minute. You're gonna get 30 seconds to finish this up because I gotta go. So we're gonna start with you, Natty. Go ahead. 30 seconds to close out.
All right, bro. This the last thing I'm gonna say is, bro. You know damn well that this nigga was not gonna fight you. I think that before the spit thing happened, I feel like he genuinely hated you and you genuinely wanted content. And now this just spilled to something where it shouldn't have got to. That's just what I think. I think you are. I mean, I don't know, bro. That, to be honest, it's whatever, dog. These niggas is gonna, have their pom-poms on for you. So you're good.
At least you know what it is.
Waiting on you, bro. I think he's on the live right now. He waiting on you, though.
He's really on the live right now?
I know Buddy will find it. He'll crash out lover. That's what that was.
Mansa Musa, 30 seconds. Go ahead, brother.
Man, I commend you, bro, for the way you acted, man. The only thing I gotta say is moving forward, going up to No Jumper, make sure, if possible, you take a couple homies with you from Long Beach, just in case if it do get sticky, it'll be even, brother. That's all I gotta say, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that, brother. Let's go, DJ KM. 30 seconds.
I'm just gonna say that the reign of the YN is now approaching an end, and the reign of the elevated black man is just beginning. Thank you, Brandon, for getting this shit cracking.
Hey, thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. All right, gravitating. Go ahead, brother. 30 seconds.
Yeah, I'll make it quick. But Natty is a low-key fuck boy. He kept trying to throw little slick shots at you. I let you run your show at your platform. You don't need nobody to defend you. But like Buddy said, man, I love it, man. Elevated brother, you combated him with intellectual tendencies. He couldn't handle it, so he resorted to low-level, low-vibrational, nigga, typical attitude. And I loved it. I personally wished you would have fucking socked the shit out of his ass, personally. I was praying to God some shit happened, but now you open the doors for other niggas to feel like, okay, he pussy. I'm going to check him every time he get loud, emotional. They finna check old boy. Salute, Brandon.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Hey, let's go, Miguel Quiones. Let's go, Quinones. Bro, out. Sticks and Stones, LA. Let's go, my brother.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, keep doing what you're doing, bro. You know, stay sucker free. You know what it is, man. Never let a motherfucker see you sweat, bro. Hey, man. Yeah, man, shit. Motherfuckers don't really know, so they gonna fuck around and find out the more they fuck around, you feel me? But yeah, bro, just we'll talk, you feel me? You already know, bro.
Of course,
Shit.
right. We'll chop it up.
Keep doing your thing, bro. And yeah, that's all I gotta say, bro. Keep doing your thing, bro. Stay safe. That's it. You feel me?
Facts, bro. Thank you so much, bro. I'll holler at you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, shout out to AJ for the $5 holler in the Cash App. Appreciate that, my brother. I think that's a man. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate that. And then shout out to Sticks and Stones LA for the $5 holler in the Cash App. Wait, I think somebody might have sent the PayPal. Let me check on this. No, they didn't. Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank everybody for watching this. I appreciate y'all. We always here doing live streams, and usually I make it a call-in show. So maybe I'll just start running a little live stream after the show's on No Jumper. Let y'all call in and give y'all opinion. I value your opinion. Even if you don't agree with me, I'm gonna let you get your point off. But just be ready to have your point challenged. That's it. Peacefully. Shout out JC, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate the $5 super chat. I got it. I see you. I see you. Thank you so much, JC. I appreciate you, my brother. My day one in the building. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate everything y'all do for me and this channel. Till the next time, always remember, take care of yourselves. But most importantly, please take care of each other. Till the next time. Peace.